here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let him have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
How's everybody doing this morning on Hump Day?
Yes, right. Hump Day.
First to get that pie point this morning is, of course, Lucky Charms Wendy. Hello. Good morning to Key Lime Kisses Gina. Hello. How are you doing this morning? Miss Carol's Creative Corner. Hello, Miss Carol. Hello. Then they're chatting back and forth. So how was your morning today? This morning start.
So far, so good. We've had quite a bit of stuff going on this morning. My daughter's car wouldn't start, and then whenever I got out there and got to messing with it, I realized that the battery cable was loose. Was the only problem. So, but other than that, I mean, just one of them mornings. And I think I'm allergic to something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But like my hands are swelled up a little bit, my face is swelled up a little bit. I don't know.
Is there something different you've eaten that you haven't eaten before?
My daughter actually made some lasagna last night and I ate some of it. But I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of having a hard time breathing, but.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where am I? Little Debbie. Hello, and good morning. Love Hollis. Hello, and good morning to you as well. And we have George Stacker, if I'm saying that right, I hope. I'm having coffee right now and getting ready to bid on storage units. Oh, good luck. I know how that can be sometimes. Nerve-wracking, biting meat, and all that good stuff. Well, this morning I woke up. Well, last night we had about 4 inches of snow, and it's still snowing again this morning. So, yeah. So one of those mornings.
Yeah.
Part of the winter here, and I love it though. Good morning, Susanna. Hello, and welcome. Don't forget, today is Hump Day auction. Today at 3 o'clock with Carol, Susanna's Chronic, myself, and Queen Cleopatra today. Stephen, hello, and good morning. Little Debbie Trent. I live on Benadryl too. Since I moved up here. Well, I haven't had any sinus issues since I moved from Louisiana, but yeah, Benadryl can be your best friend when it comes to that.
Benadryl puts me sound asleep.
Really?
Yeah, I take a Benadryl. Next thing you know, I'm drooling.
Yeah, today I got to get ready for my auction. I had yesterday I went and take care of my antique mall booth. Sold a lot of good stuff. And then I wound up getting my lady who takes care of the booths. Finally, I was able to get my larger booth to where I could get rid of the 2 smaller booths. And so it's like double the size of what I have now. And instead of it being 2 separate locations, it's all in one general location that more traffic passes through it. And again, I've been doing it for a little over, actually next month will be a year. So it took me that long just to get to the spot I wanted, but it was worth it. Worth the wait.
Okay.
Have already hit our highs for today, 25 degrees. What is ours right now? I know earlier it was 18. And we're supposed to get some more again Monday and Tuesday of next week. Yeah, we're at 27 now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gone up a little bit, not much. Good morning, JRKR 1964. Hello. Let's see, Key Lime, going back and forth, chatting. Better this morning? Yes.
Yep.
What is everybody's plans for the day?
I really don't have any idea of what I'm gonna do today because I got everything listed yesterday. I got the videos done yesterday. So I don't know. I may go shopping. That's always good. Anytime I don't know what to do, I just go shopping. So
Yeah. Wendy said she was going to the flea market today. I saw a comment, I think, at the beginning of the show when she came in. Good morning, Jennifer. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. My basic thing today is to get those listed. Drafts finished up, pictures taken, and ready to list. And of
yeah.
course, auction today at 3. Good morning, hello, and welcome to the Barking Effect. Mr. Tommy 2.0 is in the house. Trent, Trent, are you going to send me your song today?
Yeah, I can.
Well, don't you need it by Friday? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'll get you a song.
It's not like we don't know who you are in the competition.
Yeah. I'll get you a farewell party song.
You still got to do a song every week. Getting my
Yeah.
blue boxes today. Oh, cool. Are you going to do an unboxing when you get that, little Debbie? Yes, do me a favor and hit the like button. And also make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you hit the all notifications so you don't miss
Yeah,
anything that comes out during the week.
that's right.
Yeah, I was going through getting all my stuff listed for the ready for the day in the auction. Got a good bit done already this morning. And it was just 3 o'clock this morning, 2:30ish, 3 o'clock this morning, 2:45. That's where I woke up at. So yeah, I got started getting it done early, and packaging, shipping, packages already ready to go for orders. But it's been a busy morning.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's always nice getting stuff accomplished.
Oh, okay, Miss Debbie. I wasn't sure. I'm just asking. Maybe one day you'll surprise us, and next thing you know, we'll be seeing you, and you got a pre-ready audience to watch you. Just never know.
Yeah, that's right. It took me a little while to figure out how to edit a video. Filming it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but the whole editing part of it took me a little while to get it down to, because I had no clue how to do it. No clue. And
I
it's
didn't either until I learned. I had to teach myself.
yeah, and that's just
I used the free one that came with the computer. Once
yeah,
I got that done, then I just started playing around with the one app that I like, that I heard a lot about, and I've been loving it ever since.
yeah,
Every time I turn around, they're doing more updates, which is good because then there's more things available you can do to your videos.
yeah.
What I like about it is when people do give me comments in the videos, as
Mhm.
far as like every week I'm trying something different when I put out a pre-recorded.
Yeah,
So far, I like the transitions between scenes. Um, everybody seems to like it. So I'm getting a lot of
yeah,
good compliments about that. So I'm definitely going to continue that.
that's right.
So yeah, it's just I try to get different things, and if somebody tells me, well, I don't like that, or it didn't make any sense, or whatever, then I'll change it. But so far as people are telling me how they like that particular thing I'm doing in it, I keep doing it.
Yeah, that's I understand that. That's the way I am too. If somebody says, "Hey, that's good," then I'll keep doing it. Or if it's like,
I
then I'll
understand that, Miss Debbie.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's harder on the phone for me. I would
Yeah, I
love
just use the video editor on the computer that came with it for free, and that's
yeah,
what I started with. Yeah.
that's right.
Uh, Storage Sucker says I really enjoy video editing. I'm actually starting to enjoy it myself and learning different things about it. It's something that it was a little intimidating in person. It was a little scary, but once you get used to it, I love the thing where if you mess up, you go back and hit that arrow back, and you don't miss or lose what you just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that is interesting to learn, but it is fun once you get the hang of it, and then
Whenever
you
I
find a
first,
program that you like.
whenever I first started editing, I didn't even realize that there was a little back button you could hit. Instead, I would mess up something and I'd get so stinking mad and I just exit out of all of it and then restart the whole thing.
And then what I would do is, if I had to leave, I would always save my project, where I'm at the point,
Yeah.
save it as a project. That when you come back, it's right where you left off. You don't miss anything from before, and you can still go back and edit that part as well.
Yeah, and I done that once too. I spent like 4 hours editing the video, and then my computer somehow powered off, and I flipped a breaker or something. So I went back, flipped the breaker, come back, and 4 hours worth of work was gone because I forgot to save it.
And yet, what I started doing too, after my first 2 times that happened,
Mm-hmm.
I automatically, after each section that I'm doing, before I go any further, I save and add it back to that file, just so I can keep it up as I go. Because that was aggravating. I hated that.
Yeah.
All your work is gone.
Yeah.
A lot of people just use their phones. Yeah, a lot of people use their phones for even videoing and editing. For me, I just can't do it on my phone. I'd rather be able to see the larger screen and not having to do a stylus when you're doing that, because my fingers are kind of large as it is to deal with that. So,
well, on my encouragement by Trent, all of my videos are done just by my phone, and because it's a whole lot easier, and then I can't put my videos on TikTok if I put it on the computer for some reason.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can't get it edited. Like TikTok is mainly just for your phone, so it's super simple to just create the video, edit it, and shoot it to TikTok from your cell phone.
Oh, okay.
And but if you get online, then you can't upload the video to TikTok. So I don't think. I mean, you might be able to, but I hadn't figured out how. So
yeah, then there are apps you can still go into to do that on the computer.
oh yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. There's this one here. Storage Stacker says yes. I also make a change to a video. I'll automatically save it after each edit, and I do the same thing because I don't want to lose it again.
Yeah.
After the first couple of times, you learn the little tricks and secrets of how to keep it, but you lose all your work. It's pretty easy editing. Yeah, just a matter of learning the actual program that you're using. Like I said, I started with the free one that came called the video or movie editor. It comes with the windows, and I started with that. Played around with that for a little while and enjoyed that. And like, okay, now I want to go. I want to go to something bigger. So then I heard the Fimora program, so I went to that.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's just amazing on what you can do to create other ways of doing your videos. Trent, I love what your I love your naming your daily inspirational days video sounds familiar.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, somebody give me some inspiration, and I screenshotted it. And whenever she decided to write it down on the chat, I was like, "Hey, that's a good idea." So I snapped a picture of it, and so you've got 7 days worth of it. But yeah, I wanted to give you a shout out and say thank you for the inspiration. You're fantastic, and you really do mean a lot to me. So I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
Most of it's been Susanna's ideas.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It was, if you remember right, Susanna said, "What about Willing Wednesday and Trusting Tuesday?" And
yeah, she gave one every day of the week. Yeah,
I took a picture of it, and so yeah, I'm doing an inspirational week for her. So
okay, there you go. All right, I did put the link in the chat. It is also pinned at the top in the blue box if anybody's interested in wanting to come in and talk about any particular topic or subject. So far, we've been talking about video editing and things like that. Don't forget you can drop your link to your channel as well as contestant link. What was that one? Okay, that is your 100. Okay, that link that Lucky Charms just put in the chat, that is 100 sub giveaway she's doing. Where did it go? Where did it go? Here we go. That link right there, if you want to save it, that is for the giveaway is going to be looks like February 5th. Yeah, at 10 a.m. Details are in that video. So go check it out.
I don't even see the comment.
Look, I got it highlighted. It's at 9:10 timestamp.
Oh, okay. It's further up.
Yeah.
I missed it somewhere.
But there's the link to it. That way, if you want to save it, and join the contest that she's doing. And the description and information's in that video. I just saw it. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Okay. Yeah. If it's the same video that she's got uploaded to, yeah, it's the one. It's the one on YouTube. It's a good video. I enjoyed it. She's done a good job on it.
That way you can check it out. And again, don't forget to put your links in the chat, but also put your links to the platforms you sell on, if you choose to, due to the fact that you can have others watch and look at your channel or your platform you sell on, because of the fact that there's a lot of new people that wanting to interested in selling on platforms. This helps them not only give them ideas, but give them something to look forward to when they go sourcing. That way they can say, well, I did see this on this. And that's what I did when I first started. I would look at different videos and see what they were selling, what they were sourcing. And then I would look them up myself when I was out. You know, if I remember, I have a little note, Galaxy Note thing I have in my phone to where when I'm out, and I think I remember seeing like a brand or something that I'm looking at, and I said, well, that sounds familiar, and I'll look at my list, then I'll go ahead and look it up, and then I do the comps. Because of the fact it's something that I've seen in someone else's video. So that does help others when they're sourcing.
That's right.
That's right. So now that she's saying it in the chat, I'm going to let everybody know. This Friday is Wendy's going to be the guest. She's also doing the giveaway next Friday, the 5th. So if you want to catch up on what's going on, be here Friday, 10 o'clock. Yeah. I didn't say that until I see it right in the chat. So this Friday she'll be on, or as I guessed.
Yeah.
And she reached out to me. We've been talking about it, but I didn't want to say it until she was ready. And so that video is done. So make sure you go check it out, and then be here on Friday.
That's right. Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wendy came a long way from no videos to asking questions in the chat to now she has 2 channels. So you just never know when you're going to have that urge and get over that fright or scaredness of doing one. And yeah, it's fun after a while. Again, it's always going to be nervous and excitement at the first time you do one.
Yeah,
I know that.
My first video that I created, whenever I first started it, I was excited about it because I wanted to do the video, but I was so scared about getting on and messing up and looking stupid. And it took me some time to get out of the comfort zone or to get comfortable with it. I mean, and, now I'm like, you know, so if I look stupid, I just look stupid. So I don't even care. And that's the thing. I mean, sometimes you just got to have fun with it and enjoy it. I mean, that's
what you got to be creative. You got to think out the box. You got to think of what would make people want to come and watch your video.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I still have the ideas I'm looking for when I'm thinking of something new all the time, and that's going to happen. You're going to want to think of things that you want to do different, that people are going to enjoy. You know, the seriousness is not going to always make it up. People want, and I look at it this way. I think a lot of people like the comedy, in some, you know. So it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. And that's kind of the direction I've been going. Is, you know, my personality's halfway goofy, and so if I could just show my personality on the camera, and maybe people would want to watch it and enjoy it. You know what I mean? That way.
Baldy Pal Picking, and I want to say, is it Adam? Is your name? I watched one of your videos, and I think that's what I heard you say. Welcome, good morning, and hello.
Yeah.
Landine, hello, and welcome.
Good morning.
How can a person not grow with the amazing encouragement and Jennifer and Johnny? Trent, you are an amazing reselling community. I am honored to be a part of this community. And I'm so glad that you were able to come in. And again, you always ask questions, and I know when you first started asking questions, you were always, Susanna too. They were like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm asking too many questions. There's never too many questions, especially when you're wanting to get started. You want to get that encouragement. And that's the best thing to do, is be in a community where you can come in and get that knowledge that you're looking for. Hello, Larry, LL Stash, good morning. Hello, small town picker. Good to see you. Yes, it is Adam. Okay, good. I try to remember names when I'm watching a video, and so when I see you in the chat, definitely go check out. Don't forget to put your link in the chat as well, Adam.
Yeah.
He's been doing some really good content. If you haven't checked out his channel, definitely do so. I've been checking out a lot of new channels lately. I try to, and this is my point of it when I go to look for channels, when I'm looking for, especially those that I haven't seen before, and they come in the chat, I like to go watch their channels just so I can get an idea of what they're doing. Because again, I'm not gonna, and I'm not saying this in a negative way. Just I'm not gonna promote someone's channel if I don't know anything about it. So at least I try to take that time to go look at some of their videos, especially the latest ones. That way I get an idea about what they're doing. What is the platforms they sell on, and get some ideas before I start blasting someone's channel. And I have been doing that lately. So that's why when I see someone in the chat, I definitely want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Tonight at 5 o'clock, I think it's 5 o'clock. Let me double check real fast. 6 o'clock. Tonight at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, I will be on Adam Exploits channel.
Oh, that's right. It's tonight.
So if you have not subscribed to Adam, please do so, or at least set a reminder so you can be there to watch me. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So just come and hang out with us. So I know everybody's got auctions and everything else like that tonight, and I can't help the fact that he's got it on Wednesday night.
Well, he does it. I think it's almost every night, because I've noticed lately he's been getting a lot more interviews going on. And I do watch him as much as I can. Storage Stacker says, I find the best way to grow your channel is to help others grow. And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
that's why I love helping others, no matter what it is, how big or small. If somebody's up coming to me for or support or questions and getting an answer from me, I don't mind. I'll even help them on the back. I'll do a private StreamYard just to do step by step to help somebody. And that's just a matter of the way I am with that. So, and you're welcome, Adam. Charming Charlie, forever best friends. Good morning. Hello. Today is photo day. Taking photos of items in my light box. Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The shed versus antique malls was so informational and fun. Thank you, Johnny, for showing us the booth. You're welcome. In fact, that's why I had wanted to get that done before the show, because I knew Paul had asked me to be on the show last night, and this is like the third time we do the series on this.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that have questions about antique malls or antique booths.
Yeah, I have quite a few questions about the antique booths and stuff like that, how to get one started, what kind of objects, products would I put in the booth, and I mean, I've got a bunch of questions. So
well, for me, what I did was I've been taking a journey of when I first started a year ago. I started with a very small bookcase, corner bookcase shelf storage, little storage antique booth, and then I grew to another one about 6 months ago. And then from there, I've been waiting for this one particular large booth to come available, and it finally did. And so I was able to get a hold to it yesterday. So now I'm able to move my two booths into the two smaller ones into one big one. And so that's what my goal was. And I finally was able to get there. I would love to jump in one day, because I am part-time reselling and I have a 9-to-5 desk listing and watching. I would be able to join from here. You're more than welcome to join whenever you are able. We're every morning from 9 until now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do try to get off before 11 o'clock, because we have other channels that are going on, and for me to have everybody trying to support everyone, you basically don't want to overdo it, and that way they'll have the people can go and watch the next channel. So but Tuesday and Thursday ones is the only ones where I really don't go longer than 11 o'clock. Yeah. Always welcome to come in and join us at any given time. Good morning, Misha. Hey, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's see. Love that show, Johnny. Very motivative time. Yeah. And that's another reason why I love doing it, is because I'll take pictures as I go, showing the progress. And I did do several videos on it. That way you can see the way I'm growing in from a smaller booth. And that's what I expect anyone to do. Don't jump into it all at once. If you can get your feet into a door at any particular antique mall, especially when it's a smaller booth, start small, because that way you can gradually grow like I'm doing. Because I have a lot of large items that I want to do, but you can't put them in a smaller booth. So with this, I was able to get the bigger one now, because like I just sold a 1945. It was a Singer cabinet, wooden cabinet case, sewing machine. and I bought it for $40 and sold it for $249. So
Wow.
that was a pretty good flip, and so that gives me
Yeah,
motivation to get a bigger booth anyway. So yeah,
that's awesome.
I've sold on a lot of different things in the booth. Like I even had these old. I don't know if anyone remembers the blown glass roses back in the day. Well, I
Yeah.
happen to have two of them. I put them in my booth the end of last month, and they're gone. Um,
Wow.
they were heavy too. So yeah, you just never know what somebody's going to pick up, and you just have to take a chance at it sometimes. I'd rather have an antique booth and have a storage unit. Now, some people have to have one. I
Yeah.
prefer not to because again, I don't want to have to deal with the paying of the rent and making sure I have everything nice and clean and stacked and all that stuff where I can do it in my house.
That's
Hello,
right.
hello, good morning, Simply Dana. Hello, hello.
Dana's in the house. Well, what? That's
And
good.
again, that video that we did on Paul with Paul is basically to let others. A lot of people don't realize that they can get into the antique booth to be able to not have. Some places you don't have to pay anything but your rent, like I do. And for me, that's great because of the fact that when I sell something, I know that I'm trying to make each month, as long as I make my rent and I get a check back or a cash back from when I'm done for the month, I've done my job for the month. And that's what I look forward to every
Yeah.
month. So far, there was only 1 month I had to pay $40, but that was a slow month anyway for everybody. So, Johnny, can you do a day of how to get started in eBay from the beginning? I am interested and need some help. I'm gonna go back and look at my. I was just thinking about that yesterday when I was going through a lot of my old files because I was looking for something, and I had found the files of my 14 series about eBay, and I will go back and make sure. And if I have to, I'll update them. But if you would like to look at those for right now, I do have 14 series on how to on eBay. That may help you to where get you at least some questions to ask. But if you have any specifics you want me to do, then I can do that as well. But go back to those videos and I will update them because that was last year.
Yeah.
And
That
people
would be a good topic to do. That
yeah.
way we could start it. I mean, you could like feed off each other and make sure we didn't miss anything because like
Exactly.
whenever I try to do a video on how to set up eBay, then I always forget stuff and then I have to go back and I'm like, oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to do this.
Well, what's funny too is I just recently helped Robert get started and had to help him get his account set up. But he had started it, and then I had to kind of help him because he was asking how he had some questions, and
Yeah.
it brought back my oh my god, I can't remember. I still remember some of the stuff because it's so different than what I'm used to now. Because
Yeah.
once you go from a basic to a store, a lot of the main platform itself changes for you. So I had to think back again. Okay, what did I do to get to what he's asking me? And so it makes me think a little bit. So yeah, I know how it is to get started, but it's a little tricky sometimes. Yeah. Tommy says I am more than willing to give you a hand if you like. Yeah, because Tommy's been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can look into it for you, Susanna.
See, interested, still need help. Yeah, that's like my dad. He was trying to get started in it, and that's what I did. I went through step by step how to help him get started from everything from logging into eBay for the first time to shipping and receiving and the differences in using first class and medium mail and all that kind of stuff. And that was one of his biggest worries was the shipping aspect of it, because he didn't really understand. Don't you jump up in my lap. You going and he was worried about the shipping aspect of it because he didn't want to get in over his head and then not know what was going on. And that's the biggest thing that I think a lot of people are nervous about is they don't know and they don't want to get in over their head and then have a problem and they're worried about failing. And it's okay if you fail. It's okay if something happens and you get in there and you make a mistake. It's okay. I mean, we've all made mistakes.
Susanna, real quick. Lucky Charms, the Wendy just posted a link for Midwest Picker. He has a series he did, and then I did the same thing. I did one twice a week actually. Check his website out. He did a series once a week, and let's see. Adam said he did a podcast. The first podcast was about how to get started on eBay as well. So there's several avenues that are willing to help you if you want to check those out as well. You have to start somewhere, and that's so right. You're true about that. Look into your own closet and try. Yeah, that's another thing I always suggest for when starting out. Never go out and overbuy things to get started. I know it's overwhelming and exciting that you want to start sourcing, but I recommend you always start with what you have in your house. Look for things that you haven't touched or haven't used, and it's still brand new, it's sealed, and it's tucked in a cubbyhole somewhere. You just never know what you can get for those to get you started. So just went to see it. Oh,
Yeah.
please hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, if y'all would, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, but also make sure you subscribe because for some reason my numbers are going backwards instead of forward. And again, I'm not worried about the counts. I'm just worried about making sure that everybody's still subscribed so you don't miss any videos. I know we have a lot of people that leave me good comments, and I thank y'all for that every time. I try to take those compliments and comments, and I implement them into my videos. I really appreciate it. Group. This is a group question. I'm waiting for it to come in the StreamYard. There we go. What was your newbie mistake you made? Oh, mine was when I went to. I bought some of these Doctor Who, I think it was drink glasses that were like really big and plastic, and it was brand new, still sealed in its pack, and it had a little light at the bottom of it. And I went to sell similar and copied somebody else's when I first started. And I thought I was doing really well. I thought I had plus shipping, and I didn't look at that, not realizing it. And next thing you know, I wound up losing money on that sale because I wound up selling all four of them to separate people at the same time. It all sold pretty fast. But for me, my biggest mistake is I didn't look. Actually, there's two things I did. And this one is where I didn't really double check the shipping. So I had to eat the shipping, much less there was no profit made on those. The second thing I did was I had went my first time ever going into a Savers here where we moved here. And I didn't know about bringing a little backpack with like a screwdriver, a magnet, or whatever you may need, Philippine flathead screwdriver. And I bought this Billy Bass talking fish. Looked like it was brand new in the box. Looked like it was never open. It was all nice and packed like you just get it. I get it home. The battery compartment was so corroded that I could not resell it.
Yeah.
I think that was only a $5 mistake on that one. So yeah. I'm sure that I'll make my videos because that's something I don't hide because of the fact everyone needs to really see the good and the bad and things that we make a mistake on because everybody's going to make a mistake on something.
Yeah.
And what about you? What's yours?
Well, just some advice. If you're getting started with eBay, do yourself a favor and go to the post office and visit with the post office people. Just ask them questions about shipping and priority and flat rate and all that kind of stuff. Because instead of me asking questions, what I done is I just assumed that I knew how much it was going to cost to ship something. And so it was a CDI box for a motorcycle because that was the first thing that I'd ever decided to sell on eBay. Is I broke down a motorcycle and sold it piece by piece and made a fortune. And I had to learn something because this CDI box was heavy, and or not the CDI box. It was the something I don't remember exactly now what it was, but it was heavy, and I put it in a priority box. And I took it to the post office and I just had her print off the shipping label, which is something else. Don't never let the post office people print your shipping label.
No.
You print your own shipping label at your house because it's so much cheaper if you do it through eBay or even PayPal or Pirate Ship. Do it yourself. And so I had her print off the shipping label, which cost me $27.
Ouch.
And I only made $16 on this whole thing. So for what is that, $11 I had to come up with out of pocket. So not only did I lose money on it, I lost $11 profit.
Wow.
So I was like, it was a bad situation. From then on, I asked the lady, like, my Lord, why is it so expensive? Why is it $27? And she said, well, it's a heavy item and you're shipping it priority. And I said, after I done printed the label off and everything, I was like, is there not a cheaper way to do this? And she's like, oh yeah, you should have sent it in a flat rate box. I was like, and why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, no.
Before the get-go? And she said, well, you said you wanted priority, so that's what I printed you. And I was like, well, It's
Nanny
still
Pie says, good morning, everyone. My biggest mistake was, and I say was because I saw he corrected it the next one over. It was $14 item with free shipping, and someone from Hawaii bought it, and it cost me $55 to ship. Ouch.
yeah,
And that's another thing. You learn from your mistake, but I guarantee you, you will never do it again.
yeah.
I've learned my lesson on a couple of things, but the biggest mistakes that I made sure I didn't do it again.
That's right.
Shipping has always been a wild card for me. I bought a nice scale and waited till I had enough cardboard to ship an item before I listed it. That's another thing. You want to make sure you have the right size box with stuff that you're selling,
Yeah,
or packaging or whatever you're doing, because that's going to be one of the things you have to have once it sells. So before you list something, if it's a bigger item, make sure you have the correct size box for it. My
yeah,
biggest mistake was that I sourced from cheap clothes, not knowing brands, and ended up with a bunch of unsellable clothes. Oh, sorry to hear that.
yeah. I've been there before. I've got a few clothes here that I've had for right at a year, probably.
And again, once you make a mistake, that's when you learn from it.
Yeah,
And that's why it's important when you're watching other videos, keep an eye out. And like I said, I always, when I'm watching someone's video and they give out, I know a lot of people do give out bolos, be on
yeah,
the lookout for, but not all the time will it be available in your area. But
right.
I do keep a list on my phone for when I am sourcing and I do come across one. Like, for example, I went to this one Goodwill, and then I went to Savers. Well, I didn't know until I looked at my phone because I saw this brand that's like, that name sounds familiar, but I personally have never seen it. So I looked on my list, and sure enough, that was on that list. I bought it. It was like $1.50. I get home, I list it, and I wound up selling it for $44.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
you never know, by taking notes and putting it on your phone, just so you'll have a place to look at for looking back on something when you're sourcing.
Yeah,
I made the same mistake on musical figurine. I didn't check out the corrosion. Only $16, 44. Oh wow!
yeah.
That's just one of the things you definitely have to check.
Sometimes that corrosion part can actually benefit
You
you in
can
your favor
correct.
because I bought a handheld scanner that whenever I was at the garage sale, the lady wanted $20 for it, and I opened it up and it had a little bit of corrosion in it. And I told the lady, I said, "Man, I don't even know if this is going to work because it's got the battery parts corroded a little bit." And I said, "It may not even work." And she said, "Well, I'll take $10 for it." So I actually got it for $10 instead of $20. And then I got home and cleaned it up, put some batteries in it, tested it out, and it did work. And I sold it for 150, just like that. I mean, I listed the thing on my phone, and whenever I got done listening, I set my phone down, and my phone went cha-ching, and I sold that thing for
Do you
$140.
feel that you might have listed it too low?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And
after
every
it
now and then
sold, I was
you'll
like,
think about that when that happens. Like, did I list it too low?
yeah,
Something like that fast happens. But the biggest thing too is a lot of times, even though it may be somewhat corroded on the inside, you can still use sandpaper to get it off, clear off
yeah,
the prongs, and it still can work. Unless you have so much corrosion that it just rusted off the actual prongs, and you're not going to use it, of course.
yeah,
So
that's right.
I have to think about that as well.
As long as the batteries are getting a good connection, it'll work.
Yeah. Uh, Adam Bald Pal Picking says, yeah, that's typical. Education comes from mistakes, and that is so true.
That's why
You learn from those mistakes, and you know you're not going to do it again.
that's why it's important to fail. Sometimes whenever you fail and you make a mistake, that's the best education that you will ever get. You pick yourself up and you get back on that horse and you go for it. You don't
Riding
miss
a bike.
like today, my on encouragement by Trent on my channel. Today is Willing Wednesday. And if you are not willing to learn, then nobody can teach you. But if you are determined to learn, then nobody can stop you. So go for it.
Yep. Dana says my first mistake was when I was shipping. It's a shipping related priority going to Puerto Rico. Lost money. Yeah, that's the only thing bad about it. You have to definitely do a little research and see especially if you're doing free shipping. Because of the fact if you're going to do free shipping, you definitely want to make sure you at least have that covered in your cost. So you don't go out of pocket. I learned early about eBay is flooded with mall brand clothing, so I stay away from. I basically use when I do clothing lately, and again, it's not much of it, but when I do, it's normally sealed and vintage. I usually stay with like Montgomery Ward's, JC Penney's, those older brands that are still brand new in the package. When I go to garage sales, that's the things I look for. Or if I go to estate sales, that's what I look for, because that's, to me, is what I'm selling much better than regular name brand. Beginners need to learn pirate ship and don't pay walk-in postage prices. Yeah, that's true, because you, as an eBay reseller, you get a discount. That's one thing I was working with Robert with, because he was afraid that he didn't understand why it was costing so much. But then I showed him, I said, no, even though your customer, there may be a few cents off here and there, but that all adds up to your profits. If you're using the actual postage coming through eBay, they do give you a discount. Not a lot, but it's a little bit of something. So definitely keep that in mind when doing, because I will not be going to the post office for my stuff.
Yeah.
They charge too much. Medium mail is also a huge shipping cost saver for quality things. Yes. The only thing is, for some reason, it takes longer to ship. Why? I don't know. Dollar General lets you pick boxes from their outside bins. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's good. That's another way of saving money, is getting free boxes. But like with me and the clothing thing that I do, is I always, if I'm going to yard sales and thrift stores and places like that, I will look for the vintage DC comics or the Marvel superheroes, like the vintage Superman and the vintage Batman and stuff like that. And because that stuff does not sit on my shelf very long. And if it's a single stitch, and that's things you'll learn. If it's a single stitch, it's more vintage. If it's the double stitch, it's newer. And
speaking of that, if you hear somebody say in a chat, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I've heard it said several times. I know it's a joke, but please do not take it seriously. If you have a double stitch shirt and you want to make it a single stitch shirt, don't go to somebody that has an elderly person that go take that stitch out for you to make it a single stitch, because that is illegal.
That's wrong.
Yeah, right out wrong. Exactly. So please don't do that.
It was funny, but don't do it.
No. Adam says, on my show, we do a segment called Hot or Not. Things to bolo and things to avoid. Learn from my mistakes. That is, I didn't know you did that. We're going to have to check it out. So cool. Check out Adam's channel. Put your link in the chat so everybody can check that out and go back and check your videos. I love sourcing boxes in general.
That's right. Because I don't think I'm subscribed to you. So go ahead and drop your link so I can subscribe to you, buddy.
I'm trying to catch up on his videos now.
Yeah.
I started watching. He was in one of the chats I was in. And I watched he was on another channel, I think, with him and his partner doing another channel, and he switched it. So that's when I actually subscribed to him when he went on his own like that. I use Coke and a Q-tip to clean the corrosion. I never thought of that. I know my dad used to do it to clean batteries, so I don't see why it wouldn't work.
That's right.
I never thought of that. Wendy, same here. I'm grateful to the community learning all the, and that's what it's about, sharing the knowledge. Why keep it in when somebody needs help? Help them. You never know when you're going to need a question or an answer that needs to be that you need the answer for. I paid too much at the beginning, and I did the same thing. I actually thought, and again, this was before I started. I even went online. I got the free scale if you sign up for USPS postage and all that stuff. And I realized, wait a minute. I started watching other people's videos. It's like, oh wait, you can do it right there through eBay. I don't need it, so I canceled it because it was only free for the first month. But I definitely didn't go past that free month. I guarantee you.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody saying good morning, hello. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone's questions or answers. How are you? So, Nady Pie, I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well in your family. I'm looking forward to having your videos come back and watching those videos from you. Hi. Oh,
right. I am.
New video, finally. Thank you for your comment, Trent. Cracking me up. I didn't know you had another video. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
I'll put your links in the chat.
That's right. And I just dropped both of my channels in the chat. So if you're not subscribed to my channels, go do that. And we have a lot of fun on both of my channels. One of them is Encouragement by Trent. And it's just daily encouragement and uplifting you. That way you can tackle whatever it is you need to tackle. I know there's a lot of people that wake up in the mornings and they're down and depressed and discouraged. And the Encouragement by Trent just brings you some encouragement. some inspiration to get it done. And the other one is the Thrifty Pickerz, and it's all about my eBay and my reselling and my Amazon and stuff like that. And you get to go sourcing with me. You get to go to the post office with me and dropping off the packages and meeting my fantastic post office ladies. They are the greatest ladies in the world. They are super sweet. I always enjoy going to the post office just to get to see them, because whenever I come in, they're like, "Hey Trent, how are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. How are y'all doing?" And like, "We're blessed. We're so happy to see you." And it's great. I love going to the post office.
Hello, hello, and welcome and good morning to J Marie. Hello, hello, Melanie, Lightbeam. Hello, hello. Good to see you. There's
Yep.
Trent's channel. Don't forget. Let's see, Nady Pie. Where is it? Right here. There's Nady's Pie's channel. Go check it out. Make sure you subscribe.
All right.
Yeah, I love making sure y'all put the links in the chat because I want to always make sure that I am still subscribed, because I do every now and then miss notifications. So I always put it back and make sure.
Yeah.
Poshmark sends me my encouraging notifications. I don't even sell them. I don't even sell them anymore, but they keep it. Oh, they want you back.
See, like on Nady Pies, I'm subscribed, but the bell wasn't rang.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that, because I ring everybody's bell. I will ring your bell. You hear me?
Let's see here. I saw what Jennifer put it in the chat. Here we go.
Let me see here. Something I was going to do too. Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember. Let me do this real quick. I'm super excited. I really am. Let me.
All right, here's the link to Adam's channel, the Baldy Pal Picker.
Okay.
Here's his link. That way you won't miss the link to go to his channel. I've been enjoying his videos. I do need to catch up because he did have some more come out that I need to catch up on. Just like I need to catch up on Misha's channel. Hello, Boris and Natasha, Welling and Dilling. Hello, and good morning. Good to see you. You're welcome, Nate.
Misha's video she put out, she just went through the store showing everybody what all, like her thrift store that she shops at. She went through and she went just showing everybody the things that she thought was cute and the things that she bought and stuff like it. And it's really, really good video. And
hello, and good morning, Aaron Proctor. Hello.
I wish I knew where that store was at, because I would so be shopping there. They've got some great prices on some great products.
Hello, and good morning to Tim Powell. I hope y'all doing well.
Good morning.
I think today, or he's going to be putting a new video out. We're going to have to keep an eye out for it. He announced that yesterday.
That's right. Baldy Pal Picking. I just subscribed and rang the bell, buddy.
There you go.
I should be getting some notifications now.
And that's what this is about, helping others. I look at it this way. I don't succeed unless I help somebody else succeed. And that's just the way I am.
And I try to watch everybody's shows.
Good morning, Des. Hello.
I am subscribed to so many people. It may take me a little while to get to it, but I will get around to it.
What I've been doing in the morning when I wake up, and again, I usually wake up between 1 to 2 o'clock-ish sometimes. And when I'm up in the eBay room and I'm working it, because I'm either packing or listing or drafting pictures and that kind of stuff, I always play someone's video in the background. Now, if I hear something that catches my hearing of, I need to see what this is about, I'll come in, check it out, and go back to work, but still play the videos. That way you can keep up with what's going on. And then on the weekends, of course, I catch up on the weekends when I'm not, because usually on the weekends I only work half a day on the eBay room. My thing that is about 1 p.m. Central this afternoon. So don't forget to put the reminders for Tim Powell's putting a video out today. It'll be coming around 1 p.m. Central. I think it's either live or pre-record. I'm not sure.
It's going to be a live. He was going to talk about what's been going on with him and the reason he hadn't been around for a while. So
him and Tina, his wife, Ma Powell.
That's right.
Is there a way to see how many people have notifications turned on? No, because of the fact that, and I'll be honest with you, some people, Not everybody, but some people do have it where when they're subscribed to you, they are unidentifiable. In other words, they're being secretive about it. Not that they don't. Just, you got to look at it this way: they're protecting themselves because of maybe their profession. I do know some people who contact me about questions and asking me not to say, like when I get a form in, not to say their real name because of their business or what they do in their profession, and they prefer to keep it at their YouTube channel name. So a lot of times you don't see them subscribing to you. So if that happens, you will not get a notification, but your sub count will still be right when that happens. So I hope that answers your question. But again, I don't believe there is a way you can definitely tell. Just the fact that you would know when you go to someone, because there's some people who you can't even put the notifications on. I've noticed. They don't even let you put the bell on. So I guess it also depends on why they're doing that. I don't know. I'm always been transparent from day one. I don't hide anything, so I don't want anybody to feel that they have to hide from me. Where I'll have no problem with it. So I'll leave all that open on my channel.
Yeah. That's the best way to be too, is to be transparent with people. That way, because I've come to realize that if somebody's not transparent, they're a little bit harder to trust because you just don't know, what they're hiding. And with me, what you see is what you get. So,
and I'm the same way. And for me, what I look at it, the way I look at it for that is, for me, I'd rather be someone who is caring and giving than someone who is always down and out, because you're never helping anybody that way by doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, a lot of times, some people say, I remember when I was in the Navy, it was always fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I just keep on faking if I have to. When it comes to for me, if I want to be happy and I bring off that vibe to others, I have to be able to deal with what I'm dealing with daily. So I look at it this way: I don't have problems. I always have solutions.
That's right.
And you have to think positive to be able to help others.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you doing this morning, Brandon? I know he's probably at home. He got snowed in.
I'm doing good.
What was that?
What was that?
Are you playing piano?
He must be in the. Are you at school right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. You're back in your closet.
I'm actually not.
We'll play us something there, Mr. Piano.
I'm not in the closet. I'm actually in a practice room with a bunch of chairs.
I see that.
Yeah.
Look at you. So y'all were able to go to school today. That's good.
My hair is so bad.
So they were able to clear off the roads with all that snow y'all got?
Kind of. There's still snow on the road, but they say buses on hard surfaces only, so we're still coming to school.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. At least you get some education. What? That's always good. I'm going to tell you this. From experience, I wish I could go back to school and learn what I should have learned from the first time that I went, because I goofed off and I just, went to school to visit with my friends and to visit or whatever, but not really learn. And I wish I could go back and actually learn the stuff that they were trying to teach me. So right now, while you've got a chance, I'm just giving you some advice. Learn everything you can learn, because it's just going to benefit you in the long run. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to say hello, and welcome, Lisa C. Also, don't forget, Misha Renee is at 666, and I know a lot of people don't like that number.
Let's get her off.
If you haven't subscribed to Misha, go ahead and subscribe to her so we can get her off that 666, because I know when I was in that number area, I stayed there for a while. Everybody kept telling me that. I was like, for me, it's not a bad number. I have a lot of sixes in my birth date, so that doesn't bother me. Good to see you, Diamond Shamrock. Everybody saying hello. So what you got planned for the day? Let's see. Sing us a song. You're the piano man. Sing us a
song. Free music man.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
Can you play piano?
Can I play piano?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, let's hear something, buddy.
A little bit.
Let's hear Mary Had a Little Lamb or something.
How would I play you Lean On Me?
Start off in C.
Lean On Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though a little bit. Yeah,
Hey, that's good, buddy. That's good.
There you go.
That's
he
right.
said he can play. Look at that. Let's see. Misha Renee is now at 667. So make sure y'all go and check her out and subscribe to her and get her that number up a little higher. Got a sub. Yep.
You know, the piano is one of the hardest instruments to learn, but it's also one of the simplest. And the reason is because anybody can walk up there and hit a note and say, "Oh man, I can play piano." But if you'll realize that whenever you go to like an orchestra or whatever, the piano is the only instrument that can do all of the things that all the other instruments can do. Like you can cover the bass and the treble and the all of the filling in between. You can cover it all, and somebody can sing with you, or somebody can play a separate instrument with you, or whatever. But in order to do that without a piano, you have to have the entire orchestra. See what I'm saying? So they say that if you can play piano, you are a genius. And that is fantastic, because you know what I play? I play a little bit of everything. I play the brass, I play drums, I play piano, I play guitar, I play bass, I play mandolin, violin, fiddles. I play all kinds of instruments, but my favorite is the piano because it's beautiful. And you can
your own one-man band, huh?
Yeah, I pretty much play whatever I want to play.
There you go.
And that's one of the great things about my son. My son, he started off and he was diagnosed with ADHD. Okay. And he was getting in trouble all the time at school because he just could not focus. Nothing would get his attention. And one day I had this lady come up to me. She said, "You're going to have to focus his attention on one thing and try to find something." Like she said, whenever he's cleaning his room, he never gets his room clean, does he? I said, "No, he don't." She's like, "Because you're giving him too much all at once." She said, "Go in there and tell him to make his bed. And then go in there and tell him to pick up this toy, and then go in there and clean his closet," and that kind of thing. She said, "You're giving him too much all at once." She said, "You need to focus his attention." And I said, "Okay, how?" She said, "Get him to play an instrument." So I sat him down at the piano, okay, at probably 6 years old. And I told him, I said, "Here, I'm going to show you 3 chords, and I want you to memorize these 3 chords. That way you can play most country songs, most gospel songs with these 3 chords." So I showed him C, F, and G. And I told him, I said, "Here, now have fun, go play." And for about an hour, which is great accomplishment for him, for about an hour, he sat there and he played them 3 chords on the piano. And then I come back in there and I was like, "Well, what'd you find out?" He said, "Dad, I like the sound of this." And he started playing some minor chords. And I was like, "How did you learn how to do that?" He said, "I don't know. It just sounds right." And I was like, "Okay." And now the little fart can play piano 10 times better than I can. And he's phenomenal. And he plays the alto, tenor, bari, and soprano saxophone. He plays clarinet. He plays the bass guitar. He plays electric guitar. He's been trying to get me to let him play my fiddle, but it's probably 100 years old. And I'm like, I just don't know, buddy. And I had it valued at like $45,000 the other day.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, I don't know if I want you to play this, violin, this fiddle, because it's so rare and so expensive. And so I actually run across a violin, an electric fiddle at a yard sale for $20 that I bought. And he's actually trying to learn how to play it now. So
I need to check out my saxophone, and I'm a little rusty on it, but I haven't played that in years. I still have it. So yeah.
I love it.
Jay Marie has a question for you. You see it?
I bet you can't play the sitar. Sitar?
Yep.
I don't even know what it is. So probably not.
It's like a guitar, but a little different.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome, Patrick Murphy. Hello, and welcome.
Give me time, and I bet I could.
Google it. You can find anything on Google or YouTube.
Well, yeah. I gotta drop out, guys, because
okay.
band's almost here. So.
All right. Well, have a good day. Don't work too hard in that the music room.
Yeah, be good,
See you
buddy.
guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Let's see. Yes, you need to break down large job into smaller parts, and that's sometimes you have to do with kids these days too.
Yeah.
Let's see. J Marie says violin is one of the hardest to learn as well. I think I have everybody here talking about subscribing. Just make sure you check out everybody's links. What we have Misha at right now? 668. There we go. Congratulations.
That's right.
Saying hello. I'm subscribed. There's Nady Pie's link. If you haven't checked out Nady Pie's channel, there's his link. And again, don't forget when you do drop the links, and that helps you get others on your channel, but also helps you check out others' channels as well. Nady Pie just put another video. 16 hours ago. I gotta go watch. I see 2 videos I need to catch up on now. Glad to see you back, Nady Pie. Good to see you back. There is the storage link. Let me make sure I'm still subscribed there. Let me go. Hold on. There you go.
That is a sitar.
Wow.
That has got a whole lot of.
What is the bottom?
Tuning pegs.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that one before like that.
That's pretty neat. I had never seen one either. But like I say, you give me some time, I bet I can pick it up. I bet I can pick it up.
Yeah.
I play by ear, so.
Yeah. I'll leave a few of these up so I remember who to go check out here.
All right.
Take off. I got a few channels I need to catch up on some videos. Good morning, Thrifting Goomba. How you doing today? Good to see you. Hello.
Good morning.
So yeah, just help each other out, support each other, and show the supporting of the channels for each other. That you never know what you're gonna learn from someone else while watching their channel.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what's good about having a good YouTube community is everybody tries to help out everybody else, and you get to learn from everybody, because the mistakes that I've made, that I will share with you guys, so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. And something that, like Wendy, whenever she makes mistakes, she shares it with people, and you can learn from Wendy, you can learn from Johnny, you can learn from everybody. So it's fantastic. It's good.
Hello and welcome back. Hello. How are you doing today? Good to see you. This is the link for Lego Man's store, his website. And I'm not sure if anyone, all of you know, and remember, he's actually a senior this year in high school, college, and this is one of his ways that he's going to be stepping away. Of course, he won't be doing a lot of the auctions anymore. So when he does go to college, this will be another source of income that he can help him pay through what he's got to pay through for going to college. So if you haven't checked out his website, there it is. If you make sure you hit the notification, because there's a way you can get notified for when he puts up new things on his website. That way you'll get an update as well when he does it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, it's so good to see y'all back again. Lego Man says, I thought the topic today was going to be about bearded. Yeah, that's Paul's idea, but he's not in the chat. My new HP laptop freezes up from YouTube. It's annoying. I know what I did when I first started. I realized what, for me, when I'm on a live, is before I go live, I take all my apps, close everything down, and restart my computer every single time I start. That way it won't do that. And again, sometimes you just can't resist it. It's going to happen. Hello, it's about to get real. Hello, Kim. How are you doing?
Good, Kim? It's great to have you this morning, ma'am. Long time no see,
haven't seen its growth. Just to mention this to you also, don't be discouraged, because with YouTube always purging the channels, a lot of times, especially when we're new, we do get a lot of spam, get a lot of bots, what else they call it, trolls.
Yeah,
and they tend to spike your channel on growth, and then it comes back down. Yeah. It's going to be a roller coaster, but trust me, the more you're being consistent, it will help you. Don't feel discouraged. I know it's easier said than done. But sometimes if you just kind of step back and think of what else can you do better to improve your channel, don't worry about it, because it will come and you'll be able to grow. But it does take time.
That's right.
It's just a big journey that you just got to, sometimes you have to have a step back or two for it to continue going, and it's going to happen. Just be consistent. So you can only upload banners art from desktop, right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yes.
Yeah.
I
finally
totally
got some sleep.
good.
What? Yeah.
I don't know how y'all make it through the night, y'all. Oh Lord Jesus, I can never do that. I'm getting too
No,
old for that.
my bedtime is like 9:30.
It was interesting, but in my last video, I purchased a life-size statue of Muhammad. Oh wow!
Wow, that's
Whoa.
cool.
Definitely go check it out. I have it saved for me to go back and watch your latest video because I didn't get to watch it yet. And that's what I like to do is when y'all drop the links, I'll go back and see if there's any other thing I missed, and I catch up on it while I'm doing work. Hello, Nate from Thrifter on the other side of the pond. How are you doing?
That's right. What's up, buddy?
Consistent and less people want less watched. There's no rhythm or reason for YouTube. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's happening. So thank you guys. I will take time today to go through in my channel and see what's working, what's not, and then can make it better. And that's another thing, like I was saying, I think it was last week, Trent and I were talking about it. When you're looking into your analytics on your main page or your channel,
Yeah.
there are some ways that you can go to those videos and find out the peak spots. If there was what was the reason why your actual video spiked, and you can also see how and what happened to where it went down and you had a drop. Those are the pieces, and that's just a suggestion. When going back, I try to do this every time I put out a video, and if it doesn't stay within the first top 10 of my list, always go back and look and see what I did different. What was the peak that made it go up higher on that particular part of that video? And then also watch what goes down. That way I won't do it again or whatever made it down, but I will continue doing what it made it to go up in the high peaks of
That's right.
watch hours. And that's one of the things you just need to kind of check out every now and then.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Okay. I have to figure out how to drop my link. That's going to be easy. I can even help you with that. If you ever want to come on before the show ends, I can also do a private help behind the scenes at the end of the show. You're more than welcome, Kim. Anyone. Let me get these questions real quick.
All right.
Let's see. Forget to suck. Just making sure. Hello, Maggie Doodle. Hello. Good morning. Good to see you. 15 seconds is an average. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't type. I have that same problem now and then, so I understand. Okay, here we go.
All right. What do you think about that, guys?
Now that's what I'm talking about.
That looks better, don't it?
You were able to get it done, right?
I was. Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir. I got
that's
everything
what it's
in
about,
there.
is getting it done right. A lot of that stuff's not cut off.
Yeah, it's all in there now. So I was super excited. I got my picture. I got the basic information, just what people need to know. Yep. Like whenever they come to my channel, they know it's Daily Encouragement by Trent and helping you be a more positive person.
Exactly.
And that's the whole gist of my whole channel, is just helping everybody be better at it. So, and I'm up to 64 subscribers, guys. Whoa, what?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. I'm super excited. I've got a long ways to go, but you know, like I said, I just started the channel, so it's phenomenal. I really do appreciate all you guys subscribing. It does mean a lot to me, so much.
Yeah, that came out really nice, Trent. You did a good job on it.
Well,
and again, it had a lot to do with the pixels that you had on it, on the size.
Yeah. I appreciate the help.
No, that's no problem. Anytime. I want to say hello, and welcome to Wings of Love Treasures. Hello, and welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, we all need reminders every now and then. You just never know when somebody needs a pick me up, and just those little kind words or helps or suggestions can help somebody change in a day. You just never know what they need. Like every now and then, I like watching certain videos that give me a quick, swift kick up the butt to like get myself in gear. Yeah. Some days I want to just lay back and not do anything, and that's very few and far between.
That's right.
But then I'm always thinking of what I got to get done, so therefore I don't do it too often. But yeah, when I do, I feel guilty. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Where is the link for the channel? Your link for your channel, Trent. Your when you just showed. Can you put it back in the chat? And if you can't get it or don't get it in the chat, in the description bar below the videos on all morning shows and all my videos, the links are in the description bar below as well. Trent, you now have 65.
All right.
When you get a single video to go viral, it will bring you hundreds of subs. The gun, yep. And you just never know what video that's going to take off. So you always got to be really ready to change. Very little changes is all you might need sometimes. Hello, Laura from Bemis and Powell. How are you doing, Laura? I had a video. Yeah, I had one video so far, actually two, that hit over 700 and one hit over 800 views.
Wow.
That was crazy. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I'm recording my haul trip today, showing what I actually bought. And believe it or not, every little bit helps when you're doing a video, but it's just to tweak it a little bit to see what can you do different that's going to make people want to come watch your video.
Yeah.
As much as your thumbnail, the title, all those little things matter. Hello, Dawn and Mary, two hip chicks.
What's up?
Getting records and listing. Oh, cool.
That's awesome. Something about my Misha's channel is she has such a soothing voice. Whenever she's going through, she's talking, it's just like I could listen to you all day long. It's just it's a super nice, soft voice.
Oops, she's at 669 now.
There you go.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So there is Kim encouraging the Trent. He just put the link in the chat. There it is.
Thank you.
Misha put her link to her chat as well. So don't forget to subscribe to each other. Also, don't forget to drop your links on platforms you sell on. You just never know who may need an idea or watches a video or something you're putting out, and your platform will check out your platform you sell on, and that gives them an idea when they're sourcing. You just never know.
Absolutely. And that's like in my thank you notes, whenever I send out a package through eBay, I also send out a note saying, hey, thank you so much for your purchase. It really does mean a lot to me. And if there's something in particular that you're looking for that you have not been able to find, then email me or drop me a link or check out my YouTube channel and send me a comment in the comment section. And I will keep an eye out for it. And I had a guy, Mr. Tim, that asked me to find a life-size Pink Panther. And I have been looking, buddy. I really have. And it's every time I've got a list of stuff that whenever I go thrift store shopping or if I go yard selling or whatever, that I always keep an eye out. I've got to find a vintage cheese grater. It's just the little metal thing with the wire where you slice the cheese. A lady told me the other day that she would pay me $40 if I could find her one. So I've been looking, and I can probably get it for 50 cents to $1, I imagine. But it's just one of them things that's hard to find, and I'm looking for some blue plates. It's I can't remember the name brand of them, but they're the plates that have the little blue flowers on them. They're vintage, and they used to come in blue and green and yellow, but this lady wants the blue set of plates. So I've got to find those. And yeah, just if there's something you're looking for, don't hesitate to let me know, because if I run across it, I will pick it up for you. And then I will not charge you very much for it. That way, because I know that it means a lot to people. So there's certain things that they're looking for.
Myself, Adam from Record Crate, Marion Hilton, and Melon Laban will be having an auction on my channel this Friday at 6 p.m. All right.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm trying to find why I'm not seeing it in the StreamYard. I wonder.
What are you looking for?
Value reseller. I don't even see it in the chat.
I don't either.
Oh, here it is. 1012 time step. Value reseller. He subscribed. It says subscribe to your channel. But I don't see him in the chat right now. He or she, I'm not sure. But they have a video. They have a channel that they have 431 subscribers, and they have a total of 74 videos out already.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just put the link in the chat.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. The Thrifting Goomba. How did you come up with that name?
Have you watched his channel yet?
I just subscribed. He just gained a new subscriber. So
Yeah.
The Thrifting Goomba. That's cool. I like
I was
that.
watching him for quite a while now, actually.
That's awesome.
He used to do a lot of live. I'm not sure if he does now, but yeah.
Yeah.
We are doing the Donna's Flippin' Frozen game, keeping it in memory and alive. Okay.
Awesome.
You're welcome. There's Iris's links to her craft that she does. She does a lot of wonderful work. There's her links to her channel, her platforms that she sells on. That way you can check it out. That's all her different sites right there. It's amazing work she does. If you haven't checked it out yet.
That's right. I'm trying to go through there and make sure I'm subscribed to everybody. So everybody that's dropping their links, I'm double checking, making sure.
That's one thing about it. That's good. You got to keep it up.
Yep.
It just came to me. I'm Italian and I thrift.
Okay. Italian.
There's cool. Iris's link. She doesn't do any content yet. I love it when she always puts that word yet. So you know that you're going to have an immediate audience when you do. So thank you for putting that link in the chat. I know I'm subscribed. I'm looking forward to the day I get a notification that you put out a video. Because I'm going to promote it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just like doing that, yeah. It's amazing on her artwork she does. That's very talented.
See.
Johnny, I really appreciate that you allow everyone to drop links. And that's one of the things about it. That's why I titled it as far as collaboration and networking. This is a place where you can feel comfortable coming in. Now, the only time that I don't like or don't allow people to drop links unless I have a specific time frame that I say to do it is either during bingo or during an auction. Out of respect for the guests that I have or the permanent co-hosts that we have, it's out of respect on those particular type of videos or lives that we do. Now, every now and then when we have a little break or whatever, I do say drop the links to your channel, that kind of thing. But there's a time and a place for it. So this is the one that I love where everybody can drop their links, support each other. You never know. When a topic comes up, you may have that same question, but you may be like I was when I first started. I was like going to the church for the first time, sitting all the way in the back pews. That's how I was when I first started YouTube. I was always in that back room waiting to see and chat what was going on, but never typing in the chat.
Yeah.
My new mic and webcam is coming in today, so I'm so excited to make it. There you go. Break it in.
That's right.
And so each and every one of y'all is so welcome to do that, and also make sure you drop your platform sales wherever you sell at. Because a lot of times people are looking for things or even getting an idea of what they need to source by looking at someone else's store platform you sell on.
That's right.
Goomba is funny. That was the nickname when I was a kid. Oh, cool.
Okay.
And there's Nate's channel, the Drifter. There's James heading to Mexico end of April. Oh, cool. Now, are you going to be filming a journey of your trip? I know you were talking about it a couple of weeks ago. That's James. If y'all know Cali Picker, that is his other channel called the Amputee Adventures. If you know James, if not, check out his channels. He does have two where he does a lot of different videos. What app is the easiest for thumbnails? Well, for me, I first started doing, and believe it or not, you can do thumbnails in PowerPoint. I just recently changed to Canva. If you're interested, I do have a link in the affiliate link in the description bar below. I do have affiliate links for Canva. That way you can get it. You can try it out for free. But if you decide to get it, that you and I both get discount coupons, so to say. So you may want to check that out. But that is another way you can do. It's called Canva. But I do have an affiliate link in the discount description bar. Hello, back by Silver. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Yeah.
Adventures. I subscribed.
AF Pleasantries. I just sent you a friend request. So
who?
AF Pleasantries. They are Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And
threw me off with that one. I was like, who's that?
Yeah, I didn't know either until I got up there and I went to the Facebook page. And that is something I need to learn. I do not know anything about silver. And I need to start watching your stuff. That way you can educate me on what to look for, because I run across silver stuff all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know if I should buy it. I don't know if I should pass. So I always pass because I just don't know. So I need some help.
Yeah. Thrifty Pickerz also said he uses PowerPoint right now, and I have no problem with it. I even do it for short videos. When I did my intros when I first started, I didn't want to spend the money on all these different programs. I use my PowerPoint. You can even do a video, add your music, the whole 9 yards. So it's just a matter of being creative and use what you have that's free when you first start out. Let's see. I plan to fly to Chicago, to Meridia, and then my venture begins. I will be doing a video on traveling as a glimpse in a wheelchair. 12 months is for Pick Monkey. There you go. There's another one you can do thumbnails with. Some of these I haven't heard of either. Drifting allowed to sub. There you go. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Jules. How are you doing? Good morning. Good to see you. Hello.
I told my wife last night, I said, you're going to have to quit buying so much ice cream. And she said, why? I said, because my jacket don't fit no more.
Well, from what I hear you saying, you only get 4 servings out of 1 container. That's that willpower you're fighting with.
Yeah, I will have the power to eat that whole bowl of ice cream.
Let's see. I know about silver. It's non and too expensive to buy. Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah. I never thought of using PowerPoint for videos. Yeah, what it is that you can do whenever you're in PowerPoint and it's more like doing a presentation, like you would do a presentation like for a group of people or something like that. But what you do is when you actually do the different pages that you can create, when you go to save it, it's going to ask you, there's a thing of changing the format to a video or a movie video. And what happens is it brings it in from what you have and transfer it into MP4 file for you. That way you can use it as a video part. And that's what I did when I started my video intros when I first started. And it was awesome. Yeah.
That's right. I like using Canva a lot. I use Canva for my thumbnails. I use Canva for all my channel art. I use Canva for everything.
I do now. But again, if somebody's looking to get started and you don't have the extra cash, because it does cost for those programs sometimes, even though you get a free one, you can only use so many in a free one as it is. Yeah. But again, for me, PowerPoint, and I've been doing PowerPoint in all the micro words and documents and Excels and all that. So I've been doing it for a while. And for me, it was the best thing for me because I learned it. And again, I always was playing around with the program itself, where you can actually take that file, if you do multiple pages of something different, you turn it into a video by just changing the way you save it to a video file. Yeah.
And see, on this computer that I've got now, it doesn't come with PowerPoint on it, and it doesn't come with the video editor.
Well, I buy the 360, the 360 program. It has all that on there.
Okay.
And you can share it on 6 different computers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Even though you buy it one time, you can use it on multiple computers. Yeah. Hello, Justin. The flipping accounting. Hello. Good morning.
My laptop has
slippy slop. Yeah.
Yeah. My laptop has PowerPoint on it, and I used to do like my church programs and stuff like that. I would do through PowerPoint, and I like using PowerPoint. It's a handy to have, but like I say, it's just not on this computer. So I had to figure out different ways of doing stuff, and I found that Canva was free, and you're limited on what you can do, but you can still do a lot of stuff with the free version of Canva. So it's good, and I will probably end up buying it. I just don't like coming off of that money. You know what I mean? I just don't like spending the money.
What I like about it too, though, when you do, there's updates that come up to where it's free for you as you being a member. You're paying for it. The only thing is, when you do get those items for free, you're limited. You don't get the full service that you can do with it. And that's another thing with Canva. You can also turn it into like the morning clips that we have. When you see the intro where it's got us and then it comes on and it disappears.
Yeah,
that I did through Canva.
Okay.
And I did it as an MP4 file.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I don't know how to do the animations and all that stuff.
Well,
If it's just a
if
regular
you want to
picture,
just play around with it and save it, what happens is anytime you create a program or an art project, it
yeah,
automatically saves it for you. So whatever you do, you can, even when you go to change it, like say you want to do the animation, there, click the little bar at the top. I don't know how much is available under the free program.
yeah,
Um, I only did the free for the 1 month, and then right before it came due, I went ahead and bought it because I loved what I was getting. I love the results of what I was doing. So
yeah. That's right.
it can be worth it. You know, just it's a matter of, do you really want to get that little bit of money up a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Before COVID, a whole quart of myself. Do not buy quarts of ice cream anymore or gallons. I buy them by the single serving. That way, it's you get it and go and eat only that. What is the link to Pirate Ship? It's pirateship.com.
Yeah.
Make sure you put Pirate Ship all
That's
together. When you do Pirate Ship, you can create an account. You can also link it to your eBay store if you have an eBay store.
yep.
That way, if something happens, every now and then you may have to use it because of the fact that the price of a certain particular item. But remembering that, make sure you get the insurance on it.
The best thing to do with Pirate Ship is get on YouTube and watch a few videos on how to use Pirate Ship.
Yeah.
And they will walk you through step by step how to do it. And like Johnny said, you can save quite a bit of money sometimes. And sometimes it's not really worth it to use Pirate Ship. It's just as cheap to go through eBay and use their shipping labels. But sometimes if you're shipping something that's heavy but small, then it's definitely worth it to go
Yeah.
through Pirate Ship, and you can save quite a bit of money. So, and something else with shipping, like I had the stereo system I was going to sell the other day, or that I sold. If I were to go through eBay and ship it using the USPS priority mail, it was going to cost me $80 to ship it. Okay. And I got to looking, I was like, there's got to be a cheaper way for me to ship this thing. And I went down and I shipped it FedEx, because FedEx only cost me $15 to ship it for FedEx Ground or FedEx Standard Day Delivery or whatever it was.
Right.
And so just because you're shipping something does not mean that you have to go through USPS.
I'm going to answer this question for Bemis. Like I said, I do have the affiliate link in the description below where you get a discount when you do sign up. The first month is free, but it depends on if you want to do month to month or by the year. I buy it by the year because it's a lot cheaper for the monthly. Now you can still get it for the month or for the year. That one easy, it's a lot cheaper, but you can also elect to pay it once a month, but you get a discount if you do it that way.
Yeah.
So you just got to check out what is the biggest thing you're going to use it for. If it's worth it, and then again, you can always try it out for the first 30 days or 90 days. It's free. I think it's 30. But then you can have that. They'll let you know when you're getting like 2 days before. They'll let you know that you're getting close to where you can actually decide if you want to pay for it or not. And when you do that, it will give you the option to either do it month to month, or if you do it by the year, you still can pay it by the month, but then you'll have a discount either way. So it's just more a contract thing. You can be with them at least a year.
I just pulled it up and it says start your Canva Pro today. Pay a flat price of $12.95, whether you're a team of 1 or 5. Plus, you get 30 days free, and hurry because it's a limited time offer.
Right.
So
if you use the link and you can try it and see, that gives you a discount as well. So
yeah, so $12.95 is not bad.
And if you don't mind, just use the affiliate link in the description bar, and that'll give you a little bit of a discount as well.
That's right. That's right. And it'll help money out too.
Yeah. I don't mind spending money on apps that describe the business. It is a business expense, and that's why I do that, because it's going to be on my taxes anyway. So, with practice, you can make a decent thumbnail in window paint too. Yeah, I've used that a couple of times, but then again, the more you do things, you want to kind of change it up, but there's always something free that you can use to get you started, especially when you're just getting started. So yeah, just do the best you can and learn what you can on certain platforms and see what works for you.
That's right.
After you set up your account, chat with them to get the simple export rate. Yes, you have to ask them by doing it. When you do the Pirate Ship, once you get started, you're going to have to open a chat in the Pirate Ship itself, and let them know you need to make sure you get the simple export rate, because that'll help you as well doing international shipping with hardship. And that's just a matter of once you sign up, go into the chat, say you want to chat somebody on the internet, and they'll come up and chat with you, and they'll automatically set up your account for that. I use Canva for free. Yeah, you can do it for free. There is a monthly fee, and there's one that they do. And again, it's all depending on what you're using it for, and if what fits your budget.
Yeah,
I'm glad everyone.
I'm glad Justin said that, because I didn't realize you could use that as a business expense and a tax. Yeah. So I wrote it down.
Like even with the 360 with PowerPoint, if you pay for the program, once you download it, that's a business expense.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I never.
Hello, welcome, Cody. Let me see. I think it's in here. I'll pick everything up after I'm done, but I have the file for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I'll pick it up. So perfect know where I put it.
Let's see. Perlini's in the house. Good morning, Perlini. It's good to have you, ma'am. It's always great to see you. Let's see here. Cat is the worst at the face thumbnails. Let's see here. Yeah, and that's like
upstairs
with the Canva. I thought it was going to be more than that. I didn't know it was only going to be $12.95. So yeah, I will definitely be picking up Canva.
When I'm talking about PowerPoint. This is what I buy whenever it's time to renew it. It's by Microsoft Office 365.
Okay.
And when you get the subscription for it, you can use it. And usually you can use it on multiple computers. Depends on the one you buy. Usually will run you about, you can do up to 6 computers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. And I've been thinking about maybe buying me a new computer. This computer, I mean, it still works great. I don't have any problems out of it. It's just, I think I want to upgrade it. I think I want to get one of the computers that's got the big round screen.
Mm-hmm.
And like right now I have the 2 monitors and they're great. But if I can figure out to get my 3rd monitor back, that would be even better. But it's just, I don't know. I think I want to do something a little bit fancier. You know what I mean?
Right. Hello to Pernini. How you doing, good friend? Hello. Cody's in the house too. Adobe Spark is another one that's good for I never thought of that. That's a good idea, Cody. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
I use that for free too. I don't have the money to subscribe to things that and then again, you have to go what your budget allows you to, and a lot of times the free ones work. Especially when you're first starting out. 1 gives you also a 1 terabyte of cloud storage. Yes. So there's a benefit of buying it. So yeah, my next computer would be a Mac. I know the feeling, Cody. Freebies that work good as people. Yep, and you're right. It's all in what you can do in your budget. But I hope everybody has a great day. All right, Native Pie, thank you for coming and visiting with us, and I hope you. I'm looking forward to getting caught up on your videos that you just came out with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back.
That's right. That's right. To the comment about my next computer will be a Mac. My daughter and I have been looking into computers because she's fixing to go to college and she needs a good laptop to use to use for college. And we have been trying to figure out which would be better to either get a regular PC or a Mac PC for her, and or not a PC but a laptop. And the issue that we've come across with the Mac is it's fancier, it's nice, it's got all the things that you can do on a regular laptop, but like there's certain things that you can't do that you can do on a regular PC laptop. Like she's been looking at, it's a HP 4000 something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's a really nice computer. But like whenever it comes to the software and stuff like that, then you have to buy extra pieces for like the cam link and stuff like that, if you're going to go live on using a webcam or whatever, because they all come with the little cameras now, but you know, you're only going to get certain quality out of the cameras on the laptops. But if you want to get better footage, then you've got to buy a little adapter for it. And with the HPs and stuff like that, all the software and the programs come in there already, and you don't have to buy the extra separate adapters just to link up the cameras and stuff. And it's just, my personal preference is I would rather have either a Dell or a HP or maybe an Acer, something like that, but probably not a Mac. And it's just my personal preference. I know there's a lot of people that love their Macs, but it's just, I don't know. I'm more of a simple kind of person. I don't want to have to go through no extra buying anything to get it up to where it needs to be. Good morning, Susie. It's great to have you this morning. It's fantastic seeing you. Whoop, whoop. And it's about to get real. Kim's in the house. Yeah, yeah. Of course, Kim's been in the house. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, like if you have any questions, then just leave them in the chat, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Yeah, I know. Build yourself a bad desktop. And I've been thinking about it, man. I run across the desktop the other day at a yard sale. The lady wanted $20 for it, but it didn't have anything in it. It was just the tower. And I mean, it had like the fan, and it had something else, but it didn't have the rest of the components, like the hard drive and the chip. What's that called? The processor chip or something like that. And I don't know nothing about all that stuff. So in order for me to build me a kick butt taking names desktop, it would have to be, I would have to know a little bit more about what I was doing.
Right. Hello, Susie Woozy. Welcome. Hello.
Yeah. I thought about it, though. I thought about building one. But I would just have to figure out how. And I've got a little bit of experience going through the machines and all that kind of stuff. But my biggest fear is whenever I get in there, say I buy a hard drive and I buy the motherboard and all that kind of stuff and get it all hooked up, what if it don't work? What if I bought the wrong one? So I just want to make sure it's all going to be compatible and it'll all link up together and work whenever I get ready to hook it up.
Good morning, Dan, the answering man. Hello. It's so good to see you. They're pricey, but worth it. The biggest pro. Yeah, okay. It's definitely pricey. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he said too, if you have other Apple products, then they all work together. And see, that's like me. I have all my stuff is Android. My daughter has iPhone and stuff like that, so it might work better for hers. I know I think it's called like airdropping stuff, where you can take the Apple products and you can actually airdrop things to your computer and stuff like that, which would be cool. But for me, I mean, it doesn't take me just a second just to plug in the cord and transfer whatever I need to transfer. So.
Well, hello, and welcome, and good morning, Natasha Naders. Hello, how are you doing? It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
My desktop has 2 gigs RAMs versus 16 on my laptop. Yeah, I can't afford it. Yeah, I'm happy with what I have.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I've never had an Apple. When it comes to computers of any kind or any phones, I'm very comfortable with what I use as far as Windows and my Samsung phones and things like that. I'll always joke around and let people, like when we're talking about the smartphones, it's like, yeah, that never made me smarter anyway. I don't know why they call it a smartphone, but for me, it's what I'm used to. So some people love the Mac, some people don't. I don't love it and I don't hate it. I just haven't had one to compare it to, except for hearing a lot of others use it.
See, there's a lot of benefits to the Macs and stuff like that too that you don't get with the HPs and the Dells and stuff like that too, because like with the Apple products, you can get apps on your phone that I can't get on my Android. Mm-hmm. And there's one called Ping, and what it is it's like whenever you get into your website, if people want to come by and they need to ask you a question or whatever, the only way that you can do that is if you have an iPhone or Apple iPad, then you can get the app on that, but you can't get it on the Android. Same thing with Ecamm Live. If you're trying to get Ecamm Live, which is kind of like a streaming software for kind of like StreamYard, if you're trying to get Ecamm Live and you have a HP or a Dell, you can't get it. You can't get it with Windows 10. You have to have the Apple. You have to have the Mac in order to get the Ecamm Live, the Apple product.
You okay, Perlini? That's fine. I understand. Just new HP is awful. Aw. Let's see, where was I here?
There are other AirDrop apps for Androids and some that are getting better every day for PCs. Yeah, they need to do something because like for all the PC users, the ones that don't have the Apple products, then they need to do something. That way we can have the benefits of the AirDrop and things like that too. So,
all right.
Let's see.
Yeah, see. So I finally made a video. It's horrible. Thought I was using it as a learning grouping. Okay, where does that one go?
You got to start somewhere, man. And
that's right.
My first videos were horrible, and you get in there, you practice, you edit, and you learn, and you just get better. So never think that it's horrible. I mean,
I'm your number 5 subscriber. I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed to you yet. Yeah. I am number 5, so definitely there's a new channel to check out. Let's go ahead and support them if y'all don't mind.
That's right.
Get in there and they've got a video. What I do too, a lot of times when I'm in chats, and if I see somebody for the first time, I have what's called watch later. I made it into a file. That way, when I'm not doing anything and I want to hear about these new channels, I will turn that on my playlist, and that kind of helps me get to know that person by watching their videos.
That's right.
That's one of the ideas that I do when I'm in other chats. So I don't want to leave the chat, so I just take and go to the channel, save it for later in my watch later list, and that way I can get caught up on their channels.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely check it out. I just subscribed, so I'm number 5.
That's right.
Where was I? Here we go.
I was number 7.
Can't get into the because I don't know. Robert says they're gonna have to help you with that. I think we can get you there. There's a way to do it
because I don't know the password.
Robert and Queen knows how to do that. I don't.
Okay. If you have a computer and you cannot get into it because of the password, it's password protected. Whenever it'll say user ID or whatever comes up,
it's admin, right?
Type in administrator, and in the password, leave it blank. If you'll just type in administrator in the password in the user ID and leave the password blank, that should automatically take you into where you can change the password and you can set it up for however you want to set it up. And that has helped me so, because what I do is I buy computers from yard sales and stuff, and 9 times out of 10 they've got a password on them and you can't get into them. And it took me probably 4 hours to figure out how to do it, but I finally figured it out, and now I've unlocked probably 15 or 20 computers by using that. And like I said, just type in administrator in the user ID and leave the password blank, and it will unlock it for you.
I want to say hello and welcome, and also, well, actually they're leaving. They got a link there for the next video they're coming out with in the next week or 3. Yeah. Loving video coming soon next week. So there's the link if you want to set your reminders, that way you don't miss it. And I hope you have a good day as well, and have a blessed day. Good to see you here in the morning. Snowing here where I'm at right now. Yeah, we're still having some snow. That's why I keep looking at the window up there, but it looks like it stopped for now. Let's see. Becoming an artist. Try to get everybody's comment real quick. I'm getting a little behind.
I was inspired from you guys. Thank you. Hey,
that's so great.
Yeah, we
love helping others. No worry about thinking because I can't afford anything. Apple is usually the first development of the iPhone because iPhone's using. Yeah, that is true. Every time you turn around, you got more people using iPhones. But I'm happy with what I got. That's what I can afford.
Is there any way of blocking specific sellers from coming up in your search results?
Yeah.
Because J Marie asks, she says, does anybody know how to block specific sellers from coming up in search results? I don't know this guy. how this guy's getting his stuff to come up and searches for Yoda, but it's annoying.
What you have to do is you have to actually go to that seller and you can actually block that seller.
Okay.
You have to do it through eBay, but through their, when you go to your account, you can block them from there.
Yeah.
If they keep sending it to you, you can definitely block them, yes.
That's right. That's right.
Hello, and welcome. Good morning, Steve Vosh. Number 9 on the sub. Get you some subs today.
Yeah.
Oh.
And to answer Jules, the last 3 laptops that I broke into or unlocked were Windows 10. So, I mean, as far as I know, it still works. I mean, it could have changed, but as long as, from like I say, just put administrator in the user ID and then leave the password blank.
Speaking of that, did you get your other screen when you had the problem where you did an update and it wouldn't allow you to do your third screen?
I hadn't even messed with it.
Oh, okay.
I'll mess with it.
I just wanted, because I know Tommy kind of talked about it yesterday with us on how to do that.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Already, but the username can't change the name.
Yeah. No, there was a problem with the last Windows 10 update, and if you use 3 screens and you update your computer to the latest update, then it automatically kicks out your third screen. And I had not figured out a way to get that third screen back, but we were actually talking to Tommy 2.0 of the Bargain Effect yesterday, and he had the same problem, and he somehow figured out how to get the third screen. So once I figure out how to do it, then I will update you guys.
Hello, good morning, and welcome, Melissa Cape. How are you doing today? Patrick, I'm so happy for your first video. I just subbed to you, number 15. There we go.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. Does administrator work on Apple? I think that's what she's got. It's an Apple.
It should. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it. You know what I mean? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
I'm seriously leaving. Well, have a great day and have a fabulous, blessed day, baby.
We will
have a great day.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Put my link to my eBay store in there. Again, learning experience. And that's going to happen. And you can always go back and edit the description bar.
Yeah.
And have it in your video. Even though you may put a video, you can always go back and edit it and add things to your description.
That's right. Man, I'm such a noob.
It happens. You got to learn. And what I did was, when I first started, I did a Microsoft Word document. And I basically, anything that I want to put in my videos, I would put it in there first so I can check it out, make sure I didn't have anything misspelled. And I would cut and paste it and put it in the description bar. The more videos I would do, I would keep them in those categories so I can use it as well, especially when I started using the hashtags tagged parts of my video. Yeah,
I downloaded a notebook, and it's in the extensions. You can go to Google extensions, and there's all kind of free notebooks that you can download, and all you do is you just click the little icon at the top, and it'll bring up your notebook pages. And anything that I want to put in my descriptions, like I've got so many. I've got some for YouTube. I've got eBay stuff. I've got shipping policies and things like that. Like if I'm selling something on eBay, I just click that up there, and then I go to my eBay tab, and I'll make sure that I put all of that stuff in the description, because it's always saying thank you and whatever I want the seller or the buyer to see. Then like the description of the item and all that stuff, I always put that in there. But all you got to do is go to your notepad, click on your notepad, and then copy it. Whatever you've got put in your notepad, you copy it, and then you just paste it into your description on your YouTube, or you put it in your description on your eBay or whatever. And it's fast, and it saves you from having to type all that stuff out all the time.
Over and over in every video. That's why I use a Word document for that. Patrick says that Apple iPhones are way different than the user log with user logs. I work in seller repair, so I am familiar with that. Let me see what this is.
Okay.
A house phone.
Yeah, I know the iPhone. Like my daughter, she's got an iPhone, and the rest of us in the family have Androids. And being a parent, sometimes I will go through their phone to make sure that they're not doing something that they're not supposed to do. And just because as long as they live in my house, they are going to respect my wishes, and they're going to do what I ask them to do. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but it's my job to parent them and to make sure that they're doing right. And so I will go through their phones and make sure that there's no bad messages from any little boys or anything like that. And my daughter's 17 years old, and yeah, I still go through her phone and make sure that she's not doing so. And I've never had a problem with her. I mean, she's a fantastic kid. There was one little message that a little boy sent to her, and she told him to eat dirt, which is good. But the problem with the Androids and the Apple phones is Android, I can go through it like nobody's business. I can go through it fast. The iPhone, I have to ask her, hey, how do you do this? How do I get to that? And where, if you were going to get a message, where would it be at? And I have to, so I'm sure she can hide stuff from me, but she's not. And, but it's a lot different than the Android phones. So it's hard to do. But yes, I do. I keep tabs on my kids. And
I use my phone for everything, but I uploaded a video in private first. Then I'll go back to the PC and paste the links whenever. And that's another way you can do it too. When you're doing your videos, you can make it private. You can still, I'll go back and add to your description bar. Then you can make it public. So yeah.
That's right.
One note on Office 365 is also good for using notes.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
Cody says, I don't use my phone for anything except call, talk, text, and color by numbers. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. We do the same with our kids as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to these days.
Yeah. You got to make sure your kids are doing right. And that's my middle brother's kids. One of them got on TikTok or some Twitch, not Twitch.
TikTok?
Yeah, well, no, it's an app that's no longer existing.
I don't know.
I can't remember anyway. She got on there and she had posted a video of F this and F that and I hate your guts and that kind of stuff, and it showed up on my videos. Ooh. And I was like, your dad is going to kill you whenever he finds out. I said, so first of all, quit talking like that. You're a kid, and have respect for yourself and have respect for other people, because a lot of people don't want to see that kind of stuff on social media. Exactly. And so I didn't rat her out, but I did chew her butt out.
Right. Fishing and picking, hello, and welcome. I'm glad we didn't have smartphones when I was a teenager. I'm the same way. We had not had all that back then.
Yeah.
It was the rotary. It's funny. I watched a video the other day where the father put the two sons in a room with a rotary phone to see if they can figure out, and they were not allowed to come out of the room until they figure out how to use that phone. Yeah. And it was so funny in the video because they had never figured it out.
Yeah.
So finally, they were like, okay, and then they made sure they didn't have their phones with them because the father took their phones away from them, so they can figure it out without Googling and how to use it. So it's funny.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Performance just for eBay. Yeah, because it's amazing. I mean, everywhere you turn now, even the younger kids are having phones that are not even a teenager yet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had to have credit in order to get you a phone. That's right.
Yeah, there's just so many different apps, and one good thing about it now with the phones is that they do have a lot of apps that parents can have parental control over their phones with their kids. But still, when I was a kid, we didn't have all that. You actually physically, face-to-face talking with somebody. Nowadays, it's more of you talking to somebody, you're watching TV, and all of a sudden they're doing the games and they're doing all this and all that, and then you make a comment and they don't hear you. What you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Never mind, I'm talking to myself. I answered myself.
What irritates me the most is I will walk in the house and the TV will be blaring, and I'm the kind of person, I like it quiet. I don't like a whole bunch of noise, and it's just better that way for me because I can hear my own thoughts. But the TV will be blaring and it'll be so loud, and then I'll look over there and my son and my daughter and my wife are all doing this.
Yeah.
And ain't none of them watching TV, so I'll go in there and change the TV, and one of them will say, I was watching that. I was like, no, you wasn't. You was playing on your phone.
Exactly. Iris, the actual part of it was they gave up. So if they gave up, and that was what the father told them, they would lose their phone for a week. And so they gave up. They lost their phone for a week because they
Wow.
didn't figure it out. Yeah.
Wow. Neither one of my kids would give up. They would sit there for 2 days. They ain't gonna lose that phone.
And exactly, you had to go meet somewhere in public to have an actual conversation. Nowadays, it's not even that. Hello, Adam Record Crate. If y'all haven't checked out Adam Crate's Record Crate, that's Adam.
Yeah.
In the morning, he does a coffee and vinyl chat in the morning. He does trivia questions. You can win all kind of points. You get to win things through the month, and then you add that up. So yeah, go check out his channel if you like vinyl and having coffee in the morning with him.
That's right. Make sure you drop your link.
The old enough is to remember few plans in the city. Words, yes. I remember my grandmother, when we would go to her house, it was a 4-digit number that they had for calling somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a rotary phone, but you only needed 4 digits.
Do y'all remember the party lines?
I remember them, but I never participated with them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my grandmother had a party line. And if it rang once, it was for my grandmother. If it rang twice, it was for my aunt. If it rang 3 times, it was for my other aunt or whatever. And I don't know how many times I would go over there and I would answer the phone because I was a little kid and we didn't get a phone until I was 12 years old. I didn't have any idea how to use a phone. But if it rang, I was like, hello. And they're like, it's not for you. It's not for grannies. It's for such and such. Hang up. So I'd hang up and then they would ring. And then the other person would answer it. And you could sit there and you'd be sitting there talking on the phone and you could hear the click from where somebody would pick up and be eavesdropping on your conversation. And you'd be like, okay, just y'all quit talking for a second and let whoever it is that hang up because we're not going to finish this conversation.
Yeah. J. Marie has a question. Says, in my eBay account preferences, trying to find what Johnny was talking about and found Nick Jesus on my third-party authorization list. Anyone know what that's about? I don't. I've never heard of him before. Or no, I don't know why and how that's on there.
Where did you go to find the Nick Jesus?
Actually, the conversation was, how do we block somebody?
Okay.
And I think that's where that came from, where she was trying to find it, but now she's got this Nick Jesus. I saw somebody else type it in the chat as well. It might have been J. Marie earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I know you can block buyers from your channel if you're having issues with somebody.
Okay.
You got me curious now. Phone seems to be a foreign now. Yes, exactly. Nowadays we answer the phone. We didn't have caller ID back then today. You had to answer it.
On my third-party authorization list.
Yes, it was an option when it first came out. You're right. And yes, you always had to make plans and use a public phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Natasha says, I used to always use computers, and now after being burnt out, distant social media, focusing on life, easier to get more done in laptop unless yes, and you're so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
See y'all later. Have fun, and see you later, Aaron. Have a good day. Don't work too hard.
Hi, buddy. Hey, I've been watching your videos, man.
Yes.
You've been doing pretty good on them. I appreciate them.
I just went through a lot of stuff, and I found my old I have 2 of them actually. Pagers when they first were a big item. Yeah. Susan, hello, and welcome. We had party lines. Yeah, that was a big thing back in the day. I have a phone box in my dining room. All phones go in it while we're having dinner. No excuses. I like that.
That's a good idea.
All I did is still to pay things on Verizon. I don't have it. I love my phones. I'm not with Verizon. But I like the idea now that anytime it's a spam or a robocall, I even get the call ID that comes and says it is a spam. So,
yeah.
But I still answer them just to see who the hell they are. I grew up with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
depends on how goofy I want to feel that day when they're asking for a specific person. Like when they call the house phone lady, it's the same person. I know it's the same person because it's got the caller ID that says it's from a local area here, but they're always asking for the same person. It's like,
yeah,
I'm going to tell you they don't live here. This is not their number.
I get them spam calls, and they're like, "Hello, is Trent there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's him." And they're like, "Oh, sir, would you be interested?" I'm like, "Hey, listen here, man. I'm an eBay seller. Now I got this thing right here I was talking about the other day, and I'll go on forever. And I see how determined they are to make the sale, because they'll be like, "Oh, that's good, sir. But you know what? I was calling about this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I appreciate that. And man, I ain't had nobody talk to him forever, and I'm glad you called, because and I'll keep on and keep on until they finally hang up, and they'll lose my number. They don't call back. So, but yeah, if you can talk more than they can.
Cody says, I remember my father was being so mad when we had to dial the whole 7 digits. Yeah. I remember before I didn't change to 7. So yeah, it was just more to all around. Yeah.
That's right.
There's my account preference, third-party authorizations.
My account preference, third
Are
party.
you talking about eBay? You may have to check into that in settings.
I'm trying to find it. Go to my eBay
preference, third party
account.
It's true. Yeah, I do know that. I've seen that when I start when I'm looking for certain things, and even ask you if you want to buy as a guest and not have to sign in. So that's possible too.
Is it under site preferences, communication preferences, or advertisement preferences?
Either going to be under communication or buying account.
Let's try communications.
Let's see. He's a third-party authorization company. Never heard of it.
Member communications. Choose when to be notified.
Where's it in the chat? 10:15.
Be notified when you change your email. No. I don't know.
Steve just put over at 10:59 timestamp. Steve Bash just put a link right there. You can check it out.
Okay. Third-party authorizations.
I've never seen that before.
I hadn't either. That's why I wanted to check it out and see what it was.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, you can actually block it or authorize it.
What's up, Des?
Not much. I woke up late this morning and
I haven't had that. I've never seen it before.
Coffee before I could do anything.
I saw when you said you just woke up, so I figured it'd be a while before you come on.
Yeah.
How do you block someone from calling you if you left the phone off the hook? That's true. My mother went with her walking years ago, took her home. Callers for. That is funny. I've seen people do that too. I have caller ID. I'll call eBay right now. Yeah, I would do too. I would call find out. I'm not sure, so I wouldn't know what to answer on that one.
Let me do this. It says that the Jesus authorization is on a lot of people's stuff. So I wonder if it's like some kind of organization.
I'm not sure. Fishing and picking, there are some still around, but few and far between on payphones. You do see them here and there.
We have a payphone in Wisconsin Dells, and it works. And there are so many people that come to visit in the Wisconsin Dells. They have to take pictures with it. It is so funny. And then Joey and Jazz, the first time we took them there, they had no idea what it was. So we had to explain to them what it was.
At the Antique Mall where I'm at, there's one of the booths that has a actual old time close the door, sit in the booth. When you close the door, to use the phone. And when you close the door, the light would come on.
Is that the one we have in the Dells? Yeah, I guess that's the one we have in the Dells.
Yeah, and they have one in the booth, and it's awesome.
Wow. That sounds like that's old school. That's before my time, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, tourist attraction, old
Yep.
payphone.
Yep.
And you wouldn't believe there are times during the summer that there's a line next to that phone booth so people can take pictures. It
I'll
is
never forget when I
hilarious.
was in the Navy and you get to call home, and that's what you had to sit in a booth with the door. You close it, and you have 15 minutes to talk to your family
Oh,
while you were in
wow.
booth. Yeah. Let's see. There might be the link in eBay events. The link I posted has info about. I have not read it all yet. So the link is right there at 10:59 timestamp. If you want to check it out,
Yeah.
there's the link for it. You can actually read it and find out more about it. Let's see. I remember trying a phone. A guy as a teenager, but putting coins in the red phone. I'll disclose that I didn't know what my parents were hearing me talk or not to a boy on their landline at the. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoyed using those types of phones, but now it's so many different things now. It's not even the same. But again, some people don't even know how to use the original phones that they came out with the rotary. Of course, I did get into info.
From what I'm reading,
She messed up.
from
Yes,
what I'm,
exactly.
from what I'm reading on this Nick to Jesus thing, is if you signed up for the 25th seller anniversary celebration, then it was just a link that allowed you to get into it. So the Nick to Jesus it's just authorization for the celebration.
Right. That was for the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
And basically, it was where you were able to be part of it while they were live, as a live thing that they did.
Yeah. So, I mean, it really doesn't mean anything. It's just allowing you access. From what I understand. Now, I could be wrong, but that's all the reading that I've done. So,
yeah. You had to call collect because you didn't have, right, exactly. And they did, you were able to call, but you had to let your family know that it was you on the line. So, yeah. If they weren't home, you didn't get to go through with it. Unless you bought a time card thing that you had to buy points on it or whatever. They would let you use it as well.
yeah. That's right.
My dad, when I was growing up, you know, when you're supposed to give your name for a collect call,
Yeah.
my dad would never accept the collect calls. What he would say is he would tell us that just let us know if you're okay. So instead of saying your name, just say, I'm okay, and then hang up because I'm not accepting the collect call.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Dad, that's horrible. Like, what if I have to talk to you?
He knows you're okay, and that's all that matters.
Right? Granted, I didn't go out and about like most of my friends did growing up. I was very, very sheltered. And my mom, like, she usually would walk us to school and pick us up and walk us back home. Like, my mom was very, very, very overprotective, which I'm grateful for because I love my mom. But as an adult, she made me very naive on a lot of things. Just saying.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I see my name. Hold on.
I wasn't really sheltered as a kid. I was kind of, my dad worked all the time, and like he worked 100 hours a week every week. And my mom had congestive heart failure, and she was sick all the time. So she really didn't feel like dealing with me too much. So I had free range to do whatever I wanted to do. And if I did not get hurt pretty bad, at least once a month, something was wrong. I mean, like, for instance, one time I was climbing a tree that I shouldn't have been climbing, and I stood on a limb that wasn't strong enough to hold me, and the limb broke, and I wrapped up around the tree as I fell, and I slid all the way to the bottom. I pulled all the skin off my sides, all the skin off my arms, off my legs, and yeah, it was pretty bad. I ripped all the skin off of me. But I spent a month in the we would take my mom would put me in the bathtub, and I would have to sit in there and soak and let the wounds get soft, so she could scrub all the tree bark and stuff out of my wounds. And yeah, it was bad. And I was like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. She's like, why not? I was like, because as soon as these kids find out that I'm hurt, they're gonna be punching me and stuff right there in the wounds. And she's like, tough, you're going to school anyway. You're going to suck it up and be a man. I'm like, but I'm 5, Mom. I don't understand.
Oh, Lordy.
But, yeah.
Well, hello, Danica. Lady Luck Junk in the house.
What's
Good to
up?
see you.
Good morning. Good morning. It is morning yet, right?
Yeah, it's still morning.
Yeah, still there.
All right, I'll be right back. I got somebody at my door.
All
Dawn's
right.
channel. Hello, and good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
My daughter is the klutzy one out of my two. My son, haven't really had any issues with him until, was it 2 summers ago he tripped and fell? He's got this guy. So about 2 summers ago, he tripped and fell on a fire ring. Didn't tell anybody. It wasn't lit or anything. But he cut himself really good all along his neck and down and on his arm and his leg.
Yeah.
And he was over at a neighbor's house playing. And we went to run to the grocery store, and he turned around, and I'm like, what the? And you could see that it was bad. And I'm like, I can't go. I'm like, I need to find out what's going on. And so we cleaned him up, and so he's got some really neat scarring from it. And we tried to, because he was like being a man, it was bad. It was really bad. Yeah. And but yeah, he's got this really neat scarring. And Tommy told him that when he turns of age to be able to get a tattoo, that he should turn that into a tattoo to and, just make it pop out, because it would be such a cool tattoo. And I was just like, talk about the child that never gets hurt getting hurt.
That's right. I understand. To answer Jules's question, she said that she's setting up an eBay store today, and she has a bunch of different items, not sure what will be her most used sizes. I have come to realize that the larger sizes sell better. If you find small and medium, then they're going to sit on your shelf longer than if you have a large, extra large, or even 2XL. And the only thing I can think of is that we live in a fast food world, and it's just as simple to go out and get a greasy cheeseburger than it is to go home and to make something that's healthy for you. And people gain weight, and that's part of life. And you just got to realize that there's a lot of people that are not.
Oh, she's asking about mailer sizes, not clothing sizes.
Mailer sizes?
Yeah, mailer sizes.
Oh.
But the big clothes sell too.
Yeah, big clothes sell well. So if you're trying to sell big clothes, so people don't get upset and getting the clothes all whiny from being rolled. I never thought of rolling up. I figured it had to be folded like in the store layout. Oh, you're talking about packaging the clothes and stuff that you're selling? What? She's asking about mailer sizes, not clothing sizes.
So people won't get upset getting the clothing all being rolled.
I roll.
I always fold, and I put it in a poly bag.
Never had a problem.
Okay, so Tommy just said that what he does is he rolls clothes and puts them in a padded flat, and he's never had a complaint about it.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be as wrinkled whenever they get them.
Yeah. Let me go grab what we have, or how we do it with ours, and then I'll grab one of the packages that we have that we put them in.
Plus, you can usually get them into the package easier if it's rolled than if it's folded. But I usually fold mine, and it just depends on what it is. If it's a shirt or something, I'll just fold it up, and I put it in a 11 by 9 poly mailer, and that seems to be pretty good. But like jeans and stuff like that, I will roll the pair of jeans up because it makes them tight, and I can put them in the poly mailer and they will get there just the same. But with me, what I do is I bubble wrap everything. So before I package anything, like if I'm folding it up, I will put bubble wrap on the outside of it and tape it up. And then if it's a pair of jeans, I will roll it up and then I will bubble wrap and tape it up like that. Because I am a firm believer in wrapping everything in bubble wrap. I don't care what it is, it's going to be in bubble wrap.
So this is what we do, because we use, for our clothing, we use filing cabinets.
Yeah.
And it saves on space, saves from moving the tubs all the time, because we started out doing using tubs for all our clothes. But what we do is we fold them out real nice and we put them in a plastic bag and seal it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use the sealer type thing that y'all have the machine for that.
Yeah, we do have a sealer machine for that. And then we inventory it.
Yeah.
And then we take this and we put it in a bubble mailer. And it goes nice. And then there are times where Tommy will roll them. You know, big, yeah, if they're big. Because, okay, so no offense to anybody out there, but when we sell, or when he sells, I can't say when he sells what we classify or what we call back clothes, that you have to roll them because a lot of times they're too big for this.
Right.
But that's what we refer it as, because they sell so much. I mean, quick. We can't keep big sizes in. Yeah. But yeah, Tommy we just like I said, we just put them in a package like this, a clear package, seal the top, and it keeps the clothes safe. You don't get them wet, or they don't get wet or anything like that. In case the bubble mailer were to like rip, the clothes are still protected, and then he just sends them out in bubble mailers.
Yeah. Okay.
I do very little clothes, but the little that I do have, usually they're still in the original pack it came in, so I don't open them unless it's one of those that you can open and take pictures. But for me, I leave them flat. I don't roll any of my clothing, and I put them in a poly bag as well.
Yeah.
I find it works just as well. So
something that I've done, that whenever I'm sourcing for products, and if I just cannot find anything else to source, and I go to the clothing section, I go find the biggest, most unique pair of jeans I can find. One of my best sellers that I have ever sold was I bought 9 pair of 54 by 28s. Okay. That's twice as wide as he is tall. And I bought 9 pair of them for like $3 a pair, and I sold them for like $55 a pair, and they sold fast. And they were name brand, they were Levi jeans, and but the reason that I got them so cheap is because what's the probability of somebody coming into the store being, twice as wide as they are tall and looking for that pair of jeans? But if you get online and somebody out there is like, hey man, I wear a 54-28 and I need to, so they type in 54-28 in the search bar, and guess what? Your stuff pops up. They're like, oh man, that's exactly what I need. And then they're willing to pay the price. So if you can find unique clothing, like really big and really short, or really colorful, I know a lot of stuff that's really colorful, that's in the larger sizes, will sell well. Matter of fact, today I'm going sourcing, and I hadn't thought about it, but I will look up for some good size jeans.
Right.
They're a little bit more expensive to ship because they weigh more and there's more material there. But I mean, if you can make $40 off of a pair of jeans, it's worth it,
Yeah, and Tommy, like I said, with Tommy, he just puts that stuff in padded flat.
Right.
He gets it to fit in there, and it ships for what, $7 something.
Yeah, priority is usually about $7.95-ish.
Yeah. So almost $8. So I mean, that's how he saves money and never had a complaint. Now, speaking from experience, I used to be, so I'm 5 foot even. I used to be as big around as I was tall. I was a big girl. And let me tell you, if I could have went and bought clothes off a line, it would have been so much easier than walking into a store and trying to buy stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm finding. It's easier for bigger people to shop online because then it saves them the embarrassment of having to go into the store.
Well, I know there's another. I've seen a new website too that they have where women can order online and pick their size, and then they basically can pick a different product or pants or blouse or whatever.
Yeah.
For the big and tall. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and a lot of times, what people automatically assume. Well, mine was because of health. Mine wasn't because of my eating habits.
Right.
I was as big around as I was tall because of my health, and a lot of people can't decipher from that. So every time you see somebody who's big, don't necessarily mean it's because all they do is sit and eat junk food. A lot of times it's health related.
Yep, exactly.
And I know I was criticized a lot of times when I would have to go in and buy clothes from a regular store because the thrift store didn't have anything that would fit me. And I was criticized and it made me feel like crap. And then you try to explain it and people don't listen.
Right.
So I really, really wish that online shopping was a thing when I was big.
Yeah. But yeah, because in the malls they have, what was that called? Lane Bryant or something like that for the big and tall or something. I can't remember the actual name of it.
They got a store here called Big and Tall.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's the guy's version of whatever the female version was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maggie Duda says she uses a lot of regional A boxes for clothing depending on where they're going.
Yeah.
I very seldom use a regional A or regional B depending on what it's called. Yeah,
exactly. I hardly ever use regional B, but I have used regional A a few times.
I don't understand what those are, so I'm not even going to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm still learning myself,
Right.
But I do the decals, so I don't.
If you're ever in doubt on what to use on that regional A or regional B, if you go to the USPS.com website and you actually go to that, it'll tell you exactly what you can use those for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually fairly handy if the circumstances are right.
Correct. Let's see. It is depressing to walk past all of those pretty clothing in the misses section and go to the tiny plus size section with ugly clothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This jeans probably priority, I think, sounds so expensive. Again, it depends on the especially with jeans because they do have a lot of weight to them. If you can get them under a pound, then you can definitely go first class instead of priority.
Yeah. That's right. Something else that I like selling, and I get a lot of looks, and they're like, "Oh, you have a baby?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a baby no more," but I do like selling the baby clothing. And
maternity.
Yeah. And the thing is,
breast pumps.
Yeah, that's right. Or breast pump. Hey, I am not scared. I will sell whatever it is that makes me money.
Yeah, Tommy's done that too. He at the thrift store, if we find breast pumps, they're usually brand new. They're always brand new. And he goes through the line with like 3 or 4 of them, and he has some slick comment every time they question him about it or look at him funny, and he don't care. He goes into the bra and underwear section too, and he will grab the loudest colored bra. And if I'm not around him, he'll yell my name, and I'll come over. And as I'm coming over, he will ask me at the top of his lungs, "Does this color fit me?" I'm like, "Really, Thomas?"
Yeah.
He did it at the Benz once too. There was like a really huge, loud, ugly. Oh Lord, was it ugly? And he yelled across the Benz, asking me if I thought it would fit him and if it was his color.
Yeah.
So you know what I did? I yelled across.
I love going shopping with Tommy.
So I yelled back across and said, "No, that's not the right color for your skin tone." And
I would
people
say
looked
something
at
like that. No, boo, you got to get a different color. That's not your shade.
it might fit, but the shade
Robert
is
hates it
off.
when I talk like that in the stores because he goes the other way. He just doesn't stay near me,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
especially in Walmart.
Yeah.
it is embarrassing, but you know, I'm starting to get used to it. Now, what's really embarrassing is waiting until you go shopping with Tommy and Jaslyn. Tommy's almost been beat up a couple times because of what they've done. Oh yeah, it's a trip. It is a trip. Just saying.
Let's
That's
see.
funny.
Thrifty Pickerz says you can fit jeans into a padded flat rate envelope. I do it all the time. Some people
Yeah.
use an illegal size flat rate envelope. Yeah, I've seen some of the YouTube resellers that actually show on their channel how they do that. So yeah,
Yeah.
as long as they can be closed, they use it.
Lindy Glenn, I don't know if you know who that is or not. She's got her own channel. She actually uses just the regular flat rate envelopes, not the padded flat rates. And she can actually, as long as it will close and seal on its own, then you can tape it and reinforce the seal. But she will actually use it, and it's like $7.70 or something like that. She saves 20 cents on each package. But
Can you drop the link for Tommy's channel? Susanna Collins is asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I mean it's whatever you can ship it out in for as little as possible.
Hello, Mike from January House. Hello, and welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
Flat rate is cheaper than the power chip. Yeah. There's his channel, Susanna's Collins.
Yeah, it's the bargain effect. Tommy 2.0 is also what he's known as. So
a lot of times, like the flat rate is going to be cheaper than the pirate ship. It just depends on, because see, the pirate ship goes by size, not weight. And the United States Postal Service, the USPS or eBay goes by weight. So it just depends. The padded flat rate is one price. Whatever you can get in that package for that price is however much it's going to cost. That's
up to like 70 pounds, isn't it? It's up to like 70 pounds because I know that
80 or something like that.
I know that, is it 70 or 80? Yep, 70. And Tommy has put irons in these, the old-fashioned heavy. Yeah. And he's put them in these and shipped them.
I have never found anything that weighed anywhere close to 70 pounds that I was going to ship in a flat rate. I mean, so 99% of the stuff that you want to ship in a flat rate, if it'll fit, you're good on weight.
I have to laugh about this when Susanna says it's me, Johnny. That is Susanna's Chronicle. That is just her personal account. I knew it was her, but I still had to say her name because she had a comment in question. So that is Susanna's Chronicle.
All right. Awesome.
eBay doesn't do cubic, but Power Chip does. Yeah, they do. That's right. And I hate the double standards about shopping. Clearance section say ladies undergarments getting it. Yeah, that is, they do that a lot. I don't understand why, but yeah.
Like I said, I don't care what it is. If I can make money on it, I'm going to buy it. I went to a yard sale about 2 weeks ago and picked up 100 packs of tampons, and I gave the lady $2 for the entire box.
Wow.
And so yeah, I mean, I will sell tampons. I got some Kotex U panty liners. I've got some adult diapers. If you need some Depends, hit me up. I got you. So I don't care.
Money. Put your eBay store link in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
I was reading Patrick Murphy's comment. Man, I hate the double standard about shopping. I will be in the clearance section of, say, ladies' undergarments getting all kinds of weird looks, but yet there's always more women in the men's section, and no one bats an eye. Let me tell you, if I see a man in the women's garment section, the first thing that I think of is, oh, they're a reseller.
Yep.
I don't even think twice because I automatically assume they are a reseller, and if they're not, I'll just pretend that they're still a reseller.
Susanna, you're now a blue Smurfette. Hello, Joe Deals. How are you doing? Hello, and welcome.
I put it in the chat, but I spelt my name wrong.
Oh no! How do you do that?
He
Hit
was
the wrong button on the
typing too fast.
keyboard.
You one of those that like to type faster than you talking, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm the same way.
Either that or he was. I don't know if you can type without looking or if you have to peck at the
I
keyboard.
cannot peck because I'm really bad at it. If I did that, I can't look.
Yeah, I grew up with a very strict computer teacher on the keyboard, and I got up to where I could type 90 words per minute. Not so much now that I'm old, but I still am pretty fast when it comes to typing without looking at the keyboard. Tommy, he's
Well, the problem I had was I had my fingers on the wrong keys to start.
Yeah,
off.
that happens.
And I 9 times out of 10 I don't ever look at the keyboard, but sometimes like that I knew something wasn't right, so I had to look at the keyboard and figure out where my fingers were.
Right.
But
the thrifting gooba. I can't spell either, but that's why spell check is my best friend.
and Google.
I can go through and I can type as fast as I can, think I know what I'm spelling, and then if there's any mess ups, I just right click and
just like when I have a phone conversation with someone and they type it back and forth on text messaging. I can talk faster than I can type, especially on the phone.
Yeah.
So I will sit there and call them and they would have to say out because I can't type just as fast as I talk.
I usually will tell somebody it's way too much to type. Forget it.
Exactly. I'd rather tell you in person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. There's a trick, but there's little ticks.
Yeah, but the problem is I have lost feeling in my fingertips. So whenever I put my fingers on the keyboards, I can't feel that little, like the people that do Braille and that they're blind and they read by their fingertips. I have tried to figure out how to do that, and I can't feel it. So
I'm the same way, Maggie. That's how I learned how to type is on a manual the regular typewriters.
Yeah, that's right. That's something else that sells well. If you find a what's the name of them? I can't remember the name of the typewriter brand. If you can find the typewriters, a lot of them sell for anywhere from $80 to $100.
Patrick says I gotta quit my job so I can pay attention in the feed.
Yeah.
I remember typewriters.
I know when I first started typing on a typewriter, it was the old ones where you had to actually manually hit that little dial to push it over.
Yeah.
And that's I love was learning on that one. Yeah.
Corona Smith. If you can find the Corona Smith typewriters, they sell pretty well. And they're pretty easy to find.
Rub on the knuckles when
nuns.
Every time you made a typo. Oh wow.
Well, I didn't have that strict of a teacher. He was our wrestling teacher for the school. And so he also taught the computer class. And usually it was the boys, but if they refused to do what they were supposed to do, he make them go to the wrestling mats and make them wrestle.
I agree with you.
Boys in the class got real good at typing.
Yeah. And like Jules says, if I'm just going to say something and get the conversation over with, I will send them a text message. My kids, they do the same thing. They would rather send a text message. But if it's going to be a decent conversation, I'm going to make that phone call. Or if they're typing and they're sitting there typing for 10 minutes and they're trying to get it all out, and I'm like, hey, I'm not reading all that. You just tell me what you got to tell me, and then we'll hang up. But I would rather talk on the phone too. And I'm not really much talking on the phone. I don't like the conversations on the phone. I would rather do it in person.
Yeah, Tommy's not much of a phone person either.
Yeah, it's just
in school. Yeah, I took a class that was one of my classes I took in junior high actually was to learn how to type.
No, it was mandatory in our school.
Yeah. It was one of the classes we had to take. But I'm glad because I was able to learn on the old typewriter.
So I asked my dad when I was taking that class if we could get a computer so I could practice. You know what he did? He bought me a typewriter and said, "Here, practice on this." I'm like, crap.
I'll never forget the first time I saw, and I don't remember where it was, but it was on something on TV where when the computers started coming out and you had the thing where you would actually type and you would use the whiteout to correct something.
Yeah.
And they would sit there and do that on the computer screen, try to white out what they typed, and I realized they could just backspace and correct it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So the whole screen was covered in whiteout by the time they were finished. That was a funny little, yeah, it was funny when it first came out. Let's see, when I was in college, no, me too, learned the language, yeah. And nowadays it's so different with the kids and going to school these days. It's all with the actual computers. Key, I got 10 key, high school, yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Will not call you. For me, though, I would rather have a conversation with someone than sit there and text back and forth.
Yeah.
That's just the way I am.
That's like Maggie D was talking about shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn shorthand so we could abbreviate and enunciate and all that kind of stuff, do that crap during school. And but now, like all these kids saying LMAO and LOL and all that kind. LOL is the only one I use because the rest of that stuff I'm going to type it out so you know what I'm talking about. They've got their own. The kids today have got their own little.
I know what the letters mean, but I don't use them.
Yeah, yeah.
And there are people in chats, in my chat, your chat, other chats, that they'll use the abbreviations or whatever that is for it. And I usually have to ask Tommy, what in the world are they saying? And he'll look at it and he'll be like this. Otherwise, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know what that means. Can you just tell me what you're saying? Because and they just they do, but
like BRB. Yeah. What is bird mean?
Be right back.
Be right back. I use that one. I use LOL. LMAO is laughing my A off.
And there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know many of them. Okay. I'm learning. The first time I saw, what was it? Have a great day or something like that. I was
that's what ROFL means. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Yeah.
And trust me, when all that first started out, I had to look at Robert. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's right.
Yeah. There's certain things like the kids nowadays can tell you everything what it means.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I
don't like texting either. I'd rather talk. And then like Robert, every now and then, when I know he's working, I'll text him. Like, he'll let me know because I have this thing where when he leaves work, let me know you're on your way home. That way I know how to finish judging my cooking for the meal for the night because I try to have it done before he gets home. And when he does it, it's just on my way, and I'll put back okay, so I know he's on his way. And that kind of gives me an idea because I know how long it takes him to come to work. So that way, if anything happens, at least I know his route that he comes home with. Like yesterday, it took him longer because we had so much snow that he could drive even slower. So
yeah,
yeah.
Jules just called me out. She said, Trent, shorthand was a type of writing that looked like a weird script language secretaries use to take dictation from their bosses, not things like LOL and BRB.
That's correct. You're right.
Well, see,
when I was in the Navy, I had to learn how to do that because we use that for our some of our stuff in the Navy because I was a legal yeoman. And so we had to do that. So that's how I learned it. But today I don't use it. So yeah.
Yeah. And that's like my wife. She works at a doctor's office, or she works for a medical clinic now. And but there for a long time, she was the doctor's go-to. Whenever he had something, he would record it on his little recorder thing, and then he would hand it to her, and then she would go type it all up for him.
Yeah.
And and she would do that with. I mean, now she's moved on up in the chain of command, and she's like I'm super proud of her. She has worked her butt off.
Hello, Sleepless Hustler. How are you doing? Welcome.
She went from answering the phones 5 years ago, answering the phones to the president of the company. She is his secretary now. So she is doing fantastic, and she makes quite a bit of money. And I'm proud of her. She's worked her butt off. She's not ever missed a day that I don't think. She's been there every day. She's always early, and she does a dang good job at what she does. So that's the reason she got promoted. I mean, Like
this is
right
funny
now,
because Suzanne saying POS. I thought it was point of sale. Nope, it's parent over your shoulder.
Ooh, let me tell you, that's not what I thought it meant.
I thought it was piece of.
Here's another one, a piece of shit.
That's the one I thought of.
That's right.
That's good to know because I have a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Yep. Yep.
Honey, if we ever see POS, that means parent over shoulder.
Yeah.
Not point of sale, not.
I would have never thought of that.
I wouldn't either. That's funny. But yeah, no, like I say, it's just one of the things that I would rather just spell out the entire word, so I know what it means, so everybody else knows what it means, and there's no confusion. And sometimes whenever you're texting somebody, the text can be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
To be
especially when it auto corrects your words, thinking you want to say something else.
Yeah, I've had people call me up and say, "Man, are you okay? Are you mad at me or something?" And I'm like, "No, why?" They're like, "Well, the way you just commented on that text message." I'm like, "I didn't mean nothing by it. It's just, I'm just saying whatever it was I said. I'm not mad or nothing." So sometimes people can misinterpret a text message.
Yeah, I had not this phone, but I had a phone that it was a smartphone, and I swear to the Lords that it was designed by a man, programmed by a man, because every time I try to say a certain word, it come out inappropriate. It didn't matter. And I was like, yep, time to switch phones, because I'm sorry, my text messages, when I do them, it's important to have the correct words, not the words that it wants to put in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember the first time my wife, she got in from work and she was like, "I am so mad at you." And I was like, "Why?" She said, "If you type the letter K in one more time instead of writing OK," and I was like, "What's the difference? I'm just saying K, it ain't no big deal. Okay." Instead of typing OK or capital O and a capital K in the text, I would just send her K. And she's like, "You're being short with me. You got attitude?" I was like, "No, I don't have attitude. It's just, I meant okay. It's fine. No big deal."
Patrick makes a good point. While I agree with the phone calls is much better, I get the text email thing as a paper trail. If I need a paper trail, I will email. I won't text. But then again, you can keep that text so you can have something going back and forth. Then I said, I thought my daughter was in sales at the age of 13. No, she was telling her friends over her shoulder.
Yeah.
I gotta learn. I can type 100 words per minute. That's about what I used to type. Now I just type when I'm doing all my listings. It's a lot easier for me to type fast.
Yeah.
I thought 90 was good. Shoot, 100? I don't know if I could do that.
When I was in the Navy, I used to type 130 words a minute, but I can't do that now. I mean, I still type, but I'm not typing like I used to back then.
Yeah.
Again, I cannot look at the screen. I cannot look at the keys. I gotta just do it from, like, if I'm typing something from the side, I have to do it sideways because then again, I get messed up. I can't look at the keys.
And like,
hello, Emily. Hello, welcome.
Like Patrick was saying about the paper trail.
Yeah.
If I have to have a paper trail, I probably shouldn't be having the conversation.
Exactly.
I just like.
Well, like for work, when you're talking amongst others that you work with, that is good to have a paper trail because of something that may go wrong that you can cover your butt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Especially when I had my employees that used to run their mouth with me on my phone, sending me text messages about why they didn't want to come to work.
Yeah, that's right.
At the same time, they were supposed to be at work. Like, no.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't put that up.
You know what I've come to realize? Women do this more than men do, but men do it too. If you're sitting there on the phone, and my wife and her mama are the world's worst about this, and I know whenever they're gossiping, whenever they're talking about something they shouldn't be talking about, because they'll be like, "Oh yeah, girl, the other day I was," and they get real quiet on the phone. And I'm like, "What y'all talking about?" "Nothing." Like, wow, what are you talking about? You better tell me right now. But if you'll notice, whenever somebody's normally talking and then all of a sudden they get quiet, that's when you start listening. You're like, because you want to know exactly what.
I usually have to leave the room because my mom's always like, "Are you alone? Are you alone?" And my mom's got a bigger mouth than I do, and I'm like, no, and she's like, "Go somewhere where it's just you." I'm like, "Okay," so I'll get up and I'll leave and go out on the porch or outside or whatever, and then she just da 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 da, and I'm like, "Mom, I love you, but can you not yell in my ear?" A lot of times I had to put it on speaker so the whole world can hear. And then there are other times, I probably shouldn't admit this, but yeah, I'm not going to in case she comes and watches.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tommy's still right there.
I'll be sitting there on the couch watching TV or something like that, and she'll be talking, and she'll get up and she'll slip outside, and then she'll realize that, hey, Trent's outside too. He's no longer watching TV. Because if she starts whispering, I'm going to follow her. I'm going to tag along right behind and see exactly what she's doing. And she gets mad at me because she's like, "Why are you in my conversation?" She called me. I'm like, "Yeah, but I am part of you. Whenever we signed that paperwork saying that we were no longer separate, but we are one, that means whatever you know, I know." And sometimes it makes her mad, but I tag along. And it's like one time she told me, she said, "That's it. I've had it with you. I'm finished. I'm going to my daddy's." And I was like, okay. So I went in there and got me a suitcase, started packing my clothes and stuff like that. And she was in there packing her clothes, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I thought you said we were going to your daddy's." And she said, "No, I'm going to my daddy's." I said, "Well, wherever you go, I'm going, so let's go." And she's like, and that's just the way it's been our whole marriage. I mean, there's been a couple times she's wanted to leave me, and I wanted to leave her, and every time we do something goofy like that, and it's just worked out. And it's just, I mean, I am so thankful for her. She is such a blessing to me. She has dealt with all of my crap and all of my bipolarisms or whatever they're called. But
yeah, life can be very big roller coaster. Tommy and I have been through our ups and our downs, and let me tell you, some of those downs have been horrible. And then we go back up, and we have been through a lot in the last 4 years.
That's right.
So much, and neither one of us should be here, and we're still here. So obviously God doesn't want us yet, and the devil's got the restraining order, so we're good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't mean to bust everybody's bubble, but I need to get to work and get some things done, and it is almost getting close to 3 hours. But I always enjoy the morning show with everyone.
Yeah.
But I do need to get my butt to work. There's some things I want to get done today, and so thank y'all all for coming in and being in the chat with us today and every day. Don't forget to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Hit the thumbs up; it's all free. Again, don't forget at 3 o'clock I do have the Hump Day auction at 3 o'clock. So come and join us. And then the rest of the week we have our morning shows, and then on Saturday we have the Royal Auction every other Saturday, starting this Saturday.
That's
so
right.
come out and check us out, and hopefully you can find some good deals. If you have any ideas of things that you're looking for, or you wanting to buy something specifically, just send us myself an email, or anyone that's in the description bars below on the auctions, and we'll be glad to get that taken care of for you or try to find it for you. As always, thank y'all so much for coming in and supporting the channel. I'm glad we have these different types of comments, conversations, because it always helps someone have a better day, no matter what that actually is for someone who's starting of a bad day, and hopefully by the time we leave or they actually have to go, they change their ways for the day, and they're much happier. So as long as we can keep doing that every day, I will continuously keep doing this for y'all every morning, and I enjoy doing this. So real quick, not Brandon. Brandon's not here. Trent, what do you have going on this week? Anything special?
Yes. 5 o'clock this afternoon, Central Standard Time. No, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. I will be on Adam's Exploits channel. Make sure you tune in and watch, and we're going to have a great time. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to both of my channels. They're in the description down below. The Encouragement to Trent, or Encouragement by Trent, and the Thrifty Pickerz. I give daily encouragement on the Encouragement by Trent, so it will help you have a better day. It's 15 to 20-second clips. It's nothing long. It's just something to say, hey, look, you've got it under control. You can do it. And make sure you subscribe to both of those channels. guys, it really does mean a lot to me. And until next time, guys, tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day, but today is the day that we've been dealt. So make the most of it and enjoy yourself. Yeah, life is too short to be miserable all the time. So find things to laugh about and enjoy your life. That's what it's all about. And
That's right.
We love you guys. You guys are fantastic. We enjoy every day that we get to spend with y'all. So,
and again, also thank Jennifer. She's always dropping the links for everyone. So thank you so much, Jennifer. It's greatly appreciated.
You're fantastic.
What do you have going on this weekend or this week?
We have the Masked Singer. Well, Tommy. Let me rephrase. Tommy and Dwayne have the Masked Singer on Friday evening at 8 p.m. Central Time. I did drop Tommy's link in the chat. He will be releasing the reminder for voting this afternoon or this evening sometime, so look for that. And then I have my Mental Health Live Safe Place on Monday evenings.
There we go. And I saw the Thrifting Guma put his link in for the Resellers show tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm so sorry, but I'm usually in bed by that time. So I usually tend to watch the replay the next day.
Yeah.
So again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming out. Thank you guys. I've been listening in the background, trying to make unicorn ears for icing cupcakes. Wow. Well, good luck with that. And again, as I said, as I do all the time when we go to end our shows, I like to end it on a positive note. So again, always love, always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet again into another chat. Have a fabulous and blessed day. And if it's about to get real, Kim, if you're in the chat, you're more than welcome to come in the background to help you with the questions you had earlier. You're more than welcome to come in. Until then, we'll see you on the next chat.
Much
later.
love.
Bye, y'all.